Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup, and I'm joined as always on this lovely Sunday evening by the Fallout crew. Sans RJ. He might be joining us later, we're not sure yet. But I'm super excited to have everybody here and to be playing once again this week. Before we get started on everything, channel stuff, Ren and I started Split Fiction yet on Friday, and we're fucking loving it, so we're going to be back on that on next week. Thursday should be normal, and then we'll be back here for episode 5 of this wonderful Fallout game. But tonight, we have a lot of things to get done, so let's go around and introduce all of our players tonight, starting, as always, with the fashionable Zach.
Hi there, I'm Zachary Vaudo, and tonight I am playing Goldie, your stylish, sociable Mr. Handy, currently going through an upgrade or two where we last left off.
Howdy gamers, I am CG Danny B, and I'll be playing Finn, our super intelligent, flower-loving super mutant. And right now, we got a new board, and I'm hoping to hit someone with it in a nice way, though.
Oh, that's me. What's going on, everybody? I'm Ian, or your boy Big on social. I'm playing Devrin, the newly found out synth person. Still just a guy with a gun.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean. You can find me all across the internet at Help Action Needed, and I'm playing Cam, who is also just a guy. Normally with a dog, but right now he's just a guy.
Hey everybody, I am Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. Today I'm playing as Eve, who is our Vault Dweller.
RJ is, like I said, not here right now, but you can find him at rjust282 on the internet, and he normally plays Maxwell, the Arsenal of Democracy Initiate. But yeah, and I'm LB Hackemup. I'm your overseer. I'm the one in charge. I took the dog. I pulled the trigger. No, we're not going to hurt the dog. That is part of our lines and veils. He is very well kept and very taken care of at the moment. He's getting all the treats. But
At the moment.
but we're gonna need a recap for what happened last week and this week. Sean is taking care of it. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Cue the music.
It's been a long time since I was in a group who didn't feel like a bunch of chores all being carted around the waist. Believing I'd be their savior or something like that, but normally I'm just waiting to get paid or pick up what they drop when they don't listen to me about not getting involved in the raiders. This group deal is different though, so far at least. They work together, they look out for each other, they know what they're getting their open hands into, and they know what they're doing until they open their mouths and start talking the same conversation that everyone in Moantown seems to be having, because none of them know exactly what they're saying, but hey, we all have our shortcomings, and what I can do with words, they can do with so much more when it comes to staying alive. Quiet one, Max, he can take a shot from any distance and cover our asses against a hunker or two. But the arsenal needs to buff him up a bit. Goldie is far more a wild card than he lets on, knowing a whole lot about fancy things the rest of us ain't never heard nothing about, and does a wonderful job of demonstrating transferable skills. Finn, our gentlest of giants, finally showed what he's capable of when put under pressure, and man, can that pressure end a hunker in seconds. Makes the moments with his flowers even sweeter, able to hold something so gently with the same hands that can break so much. Eve has a strange ability to hype up those around her and often makes people want to keep her safe. And hey, seems like she's also benefiting from being in this group, learning hunkers ain't too bad and all that. Plus we helped each other learn a bit about keeping the others alive. Always appreciated. Devrin's still one I'm trying to figure out, but seems to mean well and he looks out for people. Most have some kind of weird allergy though, because Goldie and I tried patching him up with some chems and it didn't work. Max seemed to figure it out though. I'll need to ask him for that secret sometime. Well, assuming there is a next time. You find us now in a heavily populated section of Coney Island where we got everything we could possibly need. Unfortunately, that also includes the surveillance and a couple of guards who are keeping their eye on every step we take. But I mean, hey, who doesn't keep an eye on every step I take? Right now, though, those steps are scouting out the back place of the Coney Island, looking to find a spot to take down Miss Maggie Malone. Of course I remember her name, but it's too much fun watching someone who thinks they're worth anything be brought down a peg when they think they have the upper hand. Or in this case, the upper Lego. She stole my dog, and I intend to get him back and to put her in the grave she crawled out of the last time I saw her. Hopefully, the others are smart enough to get out before the trouble starts. I think I might actually be sad for once if I had to leave these guys behind.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Um, we are going to start off back in the Grand Coney Island. And as you are all, well, at least the four of you, are gathering back up, everyone just happens to be walking down by a radio as you hear an announcement.
Hello, everybody down there in the Motown streets. It's the voice of the people, the funky, the fine, Mr. Magic, with the 411 in the 313. It seems that the Great Dane has found his group of survivors, and they are making their way north through the 313. I received a letter from one of our more funky and fine listeners, Stella Rodriguez, at the Dream Estates retirement home, who said that the survivors helped her with a horticultural problem she had encountered. Apparently, there's a super mutant from the Motown with quite a green thumb, baby. Mr. Magic likes the sound of that. Stay with me now when I say this. A horde of honkers, that's right, honkers, made their way through the center of the 313, down Woodward, but were not spotted exiting. Perhaps these little survivors are a little more tough than Mr. Magic gave them credit for. In other news, another body was found by Charisse, a riveter who patrols the northern sector of the 313. Now stick with me now. This one had a message written on it. Out. Damn spot. Out. Sounds like another madman is running in the waste. Keep yourself protected at all times, groovy listeners. Keep it strapped, keep it wrapped, and keep your eyes peeled on all the corners. But fear not, baby birds, because Mr. Magic won't leave you waiting for your next meal of tasty grooves. Coming up next, Crinoline Dreams by Kevin MacLeod. Keep it funky now.
All right.
You said we were all by the radio when that was playing.
Mm-hmm.
The moment Finn would have heard the super mutant thing, he's like, all right, well, I like to think that one's me. It sounds pretty familiar. So, I think I'm famous now.
Goldie returns from getting its upgrades done, and you see as he's coming back, he places a holotape back in his chassis. And you can see that around you there are people bustling. This is a city. And you can tell that behind the counter there's a lot of hustle and bustle as the people of Nikki D's are busy at work filling orders. And yeah, that's where we start. We will begin with the group of four.
Worth noting, when Goldie comes back, he does not appear to be any different. Nothing looks immediately different about him. But yeah, he floats back up and just goes, "What did everybody else get?"
Oh, well, my board's sharper now. And you see him pick up the board, and it's just like some strange just knives attached all around it. Like, oh, I kind of liked it more when it was just a stick, but well, I don't want anyone to get hurt again, so.
Well, aren't you just a peach? That's a fancy looking board there, Finn.
No, Goldie, you're so sweet. Thank you. Please, not everybody at once.
Yeah, just floating. Just like big eye just pivots and looks to the next person.
I got some bullets that can pierce through armor. You never know if you need to shoot through like a wall or someone. Yeah.
Practical and
Awesome.
pragmatic.
Yeah. Oh, I also got this too. And he bangs on his chest a little bit. It's like, dun, dun, dun. It's like, honkers really like hitting my chest. So, you know.
Oh, I should have
gotta
thought of that
pretend
too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's really just covering up that huge burn spot that Max put into his chest when they were in the other end. Yeah, honkers like chest. Sorry.
That is good thinking. The rest of you are very soft and able to be damaged very simply. Protective
it's a good-
layers are keen.
Well, it's a good thing I did think of it. Eve is gonna like dig into her bag, and she's gonna pull out what appears to be a net, like vaguely in the shape of a vest, and like sort of tied into the ropes of this net are various sizes and shapes of like shovel heads and trowels. And it's like she like holds it up to Finn's like chest to, you know, just to make sure, like, yep, that looks about right. Do you mind trying it on?
Oh my goodness, how did you find one in my size?
Oh, I didn't. We had to make it custom.
Oh my, Eva. No one's ever
Oh.
gotten me something like this before.
Oh, well, yeah. Don't even worry about I wanted to make sure to thank you guys for you know, taking care of those honkers. Yeah, I've never had anybody protect me like that before, so oh, Devrin, 10mm, right?
Yeah, that's
She's just gonna like dump like a bunch of ammo into your open hands, just clattering loosely.
loose ammo.
Yeah, it only
Thanks.
comes loose. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Put stuffs in his pockets. I'm definitely going to use this. Thank you.
And Goldie, you do a lot around here.
Thank you. That's my job.
You like cooking and talking and you know, sometimes healing. I really, what do you get the guy who has everything?
Are you asking
just-
me?
No, I mean it was a rhetorical question, but if you have an answer, it would be awkward to hear it now because I already got you something.
I see.
Okay. Well, you seem like the kind of guy who wears a lot of hats. So
Just
I
the
got you a
one.
hat. I got you a hat.
Oh, yeah, just cuts off in the middle of going, just the one as the hat is presented. He goes, what a keen looking hat. Thank you
I'm-
very much, Eve.
I'm happy to let you decide the make and model of said hat.
Yeah, so he takes the hat. It looks like he's processing it for a very long time because he has a hat and he wears a
Mhm.
hat and here's another
Mhm.
hat
Mm-hmm.
and he eventually just takes the hat and puts it on top of the other hat.
Yes.
He goes, wonderful. Thank you very much, Eve, for your thoughtful gift.
Oh, wow. It looks so tall. Oh, I also got some stuff for Max and Cameron, but well, gosh, I don't know if Kuhn's going to be able to wear this armor on account of the fact that he's been taken by one of Cameron's friends.
What?
He's been what now?
Oh, well, yeah, Cameron met one of his friends earlier. I overheard. And well, she took him, so I don't know when we're going to get him back.
That's not what Max said. Right?
When did Max tell you something?
I don't believe Max has ever said anything.
Sorry. I don't know why I went this direction.
It's pretty perfect, actually.
We're all laughing out of character, and then Goldie chimes in like, "Ah!" Oh my god!
Yeah. Max said they had to help Cameron with something, but they didn't really say what it was, and boundaries. So I didn't ask. But now
Oh
that
well,
it's a
maybe they're
dog-
gonna go get Kuin back.
Oh, you gotta-
I assume you are speaking figuratively, but that would be the practical assumption. I do not believe that Cameron would wish to be apart from his dog.
Yeah. You said took, like forcefully took, or like a grooming sesh. You seem to have some level of detail. Is Kuin okay?
Well, it seemed like they were friends, but come to think of it, I thought I heard Cameron say he was gonna kill her.
Oh,
That does not seem like friendly activity.
it does
What's
not.
a few murders between friends?
We have shared many, but not with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point. Are we in trouble?
If we're not now, we might be in a couple minutes. Do we have to go? We should find Cameron. I think we should go.
We gotta rescue a dog.
All right, Zach, are you prepared to swap?
Absolutely.
All right. I will send the word. All right. Everyone get in frame. Okay, we're good.
Oh, I was like, I can't see it yet.
Look who's here.
Hello, everybody. My name is RJ, and I'm on some new medication.
Oh, babe.
Morning, RJ.
Oh no.
This is not great. This medication is supposed to fix my blood pressure, not spike it even more by making me late to shows.
Oh no. It's okay. You weren't in the first scene. We just had a recap, and you missed a Mr. Magic thing, but I can send it to you later.
Sean was talking mad shit.
Yeah.
I miss Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Magic himself.
Damn it.
Also, Devrin may have accidentally mentioned that Max
I was
said
there for
something. Okay, but yes, none of us understand the context. So no.
Wait, whoa. How did Devin accident? I thought it was Eve.
You said Max spoke to you.
Yeah.
Well, he said, but
That's
that,
true.
I mean,
that's not what
the-
Max said.
yeah.
Yeah,
We might have meant went above the table a little
which,
bit.
Which we could have, been gracious and took as, like the way that Max would normally say things.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
But-
why I said that. That's why I said I don't believe Max has ever said anything.
I completely forgot.
He speaks to you once and you forget that that's not what he usually does. All right.
All right.
Oh no, we've heard Max speak before. He's gone,
And all right. So pivoting. Behind the Grand Coney Island, there are some shacks that have been set up for those who live in the city. There are some residents roaming around. Though some residents rent space inside, space is very limited. Most people are moving around about their day, little concerned for Cam and Maxwell, who stand out back. Affixed to the back of the building seems to be a fire escape that has been extended down and looks to be rusted in place. This rickety old staircase has not been maintained and seems like it will hold up to the weight of at least one human. Every few steps on this thing surely will make some creaking sounds, but the concrete walls of the interior of the Grand Coney might just, not allow those to pass through. It leads up to the second level, and the lights coming from the windows up there are glowing in a light blue. We find Cam and Max out back after their conversation.
Max just raises a hand towards Cameron in greeting.
Hello, you ready to end someone's life?
There is a brief moment where Max scratches some invisible stubble under his chin, considers it, hops in place to a wide stance with his knees and finger guns at Cameron.
Yes, exactly. We need those finger guns pointed right at. Let's say Marguerite today. It'll make her extra mad. We're gonna say Marguerite. I believe one of those glowing 2 offices is where she'll be at, and even if she's not, I'm sure there's lots of other people who despise her as much as we do that would surely turn against the assistant manager. So,
There's a moment. Max thinks, flips through his cloak of many images, and finds one of like a woman who is in like a one-piece bikini, but the head is gone, and so he like kind of sticks a finger through where the face is supposed to be, and tilts his head to the side to Cameron. Like, what do they look like?
oh, gives a description of what they look like, because I don't think I got a description last week.
Oh. Did I not read a description? Did I not write a description? That's fine.
We got the description of Lego hand, and beyond that, nothing stood in my memory.
Yeah, she's got red hair that's kind of waved off to the side, very fair skin, and red lips and dark makeup.
And a Lego hand.
And one Lego hand.
When was Lego founded? No.
It's a good question.
It should be like 1910s.
Definitely before 2077.
Mm-hmm.
Could I make some sort of check as Cameron is describing them to do a artist's rendition of the character, just to confirm that this is the person we're talking about?
Sure. Why don't you do me a favor and give me a roll? Let's find what we should do with Maxwell. That would probably be, I don't know, are you an intellectual drawer or more of like a perception?
It's probably like how Max sketches you find like in medical journals.
Okay.
That sort of style.
Some more intelligence.
Yeah, more like, okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what a heart's supposed to look like.
Okay. Why don't we do, if you're gonna do that, let's do intelligence and science or survival.
This one. Nope. Okay. Intelligence.
We'll make this a difficulty 1, since it's someone you have never seen before.
Light. Oh, I know what's going on. There we go. After this, I gotta restart my roll 20. It is 1 success.
Okay.
Oh, 2. Survival is the tag skill for me.
All right, somebody bank that AP. Sorry, I took it away. We are on a different map now. You do a very good rendition of, she's a little, may I say that she's a little curvier than, you draw very like, in my mind it's, well, no, because you said it was, like medical books. I was going to say make it look cartoony, but maybe she's more square.
It's a lot less, what's the word? Flattering, this photo.
Picture perfect, Max. Amazing as always. And yes, when you were showing earlier the head missing, that's the appropriate goal. We want to make sure that the message is sent.
Max flips the pencil in his hand around to the eraser. There is a moment of scratching. Turns the photo back around, and where her eyes are, there are just little X's.
There you go. Wonderful.
And a doodled tongue that's coming out. Like, what?
All right, if you guys are going to try to get a look at this place, you're not sure which of these, there's, the manager's office does have a window out back, the armory is off to the right, and then the assistant manager's office is also off to the right. Max, if you want to go outside and try and do a ranged attack, you can definitely do that. You'll just be kind of out in the weeds among the people. If you wanted to do it inside, you could probably post up on top of there's like, the ceiling is very high, so like the kitchen does not, there is a like roof over it. So if you wanted to like scout out and see which, that the assistant manager's office and the manager's office both have bay windows in the front, on the south side, if you see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan?
So if systems are okay.
You're not sure which of these up top are where she's gonna be, but those are your best options.
Right. How far would it be? Is there like a raised area that overlooks both, or just the one?
If you go, so where Nikki D's is on the bottom right, that's where the kitchen is. So if you go up there, you could get a lay of the land. You'll have to be sneaky about it because there are guards inside. There are also guards outside, but you'll have to, be sneaky getting up there, and then you can kind of hunker down and lay down on the roof.
Okay. Max eyes the Nikki D's, points Cameron towards it with, like, not like overtly, but like will gesture, points upwards, question mark emoji.
Yeah, that seems a decent stakeout place. If nothing else, you got decent cover to half the upstairs.
It runs through Max's mind that, God, this would be so much easier if they had walkie-talkies, and if he felt more comfortable to talk to people. Yeah, so he'll nod his head, and you see Max there for a moment, and then he crouches down. A little eye icon appears in the middle of Max's screen, and it slowly shuts. Skyrim.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
All right. Cam, what are you doing? Are you
I'm gonna
gonna stay
propose
outside?
something wild, but I have a justification for it.
Pop off.
I would like to, because we need to know where she's at. So I would like to go, upstairs just casually. And I want to do a charisma sneak check.
Okay.
Charisma, and the point, Cam knows everyone's looking at him all the time. He's just hot. So it would be weirder if he was trying to not be seen. So can you walk in a natural way that won't draw additional attention despite being on a stealth mission?
I dig that. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Walk like you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, that sounds good to me.
I'm so glad we're down with that.
If you're just walking upstairs, this is like an out of bounds area, but not like you aren't going to be gunned down for being up there. So I'm going to say it's a difficulty 1 to do this.
Okay. And we click on, nope, that's combat dice. We want this one. We want to use charisma for sneak. And we use 2d20. Roll. Hey, that's 3 successes.
Hey, yo!
No, it's 2 successes. I lied. It's 2.
Okay. All right. Mark down AP, and then... Oh, I'm sorry. You also get a personal AP for doing the recap
I marked
today.
it.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you make your way upstairs. This is... are you going up the fire escape, or are you going just up the stairs inside?
Fire escape, because
Okay.
it's seen in his mind. He didn't get much of a lay of the land because the only spot he went was the retreat lounge. But there's probably guards managing the elevator and bottom of the stair, so he's just gonna sneak up from the outside.
I will say the door to the outside is locked. You can lockpick it if you'd like, and we can use that roll for when you get in there, or you can go inside up the stairs. You'd also do find 2 Nuka Go at the top of the stairs. They're warm, but they're just sitting there like somebody would left them maybe for their next smoke break.
I'll try to lockpick the door.
Okay.
With the unearned confidence of somebody that wants things lockpick.
Okay.
Submit.
This is going to be a...
Ooh.
Can I roll to assist?
You went
If I'm
inside, my friend.
Sorry, what was that?
You went inside, right? To go post up? He is still outside.
Oh, I thought... No, okay.
Yeah. So that's 0 successes.
Okay, so you attempt to lockpick, and as you're doing it, you break a bobby pin. Damn it.
Dang. then I guess humbled will head up inside. Which
Yeah.
probably the rest of them would see him walking through the main floor, trying to head up the main stair.
Yeah, whomever is looking for these two, they both enter in. Maxwell making his way towards Nikki D, so he might actually even pass you guys depending on which way you go. And as that happens, you kind of see Cam just very confidently start walking up the stairs and pass by behind the wall that's going up the stairs.
I guess considering the conversation we just had and the decisive way in which Finn and Devrim talked about going to get this dog, Goldie will just float in the direction of Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as he's concerned, well, we have made a plan. There I go.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's everyone else doing?
If we're potentially passing Max at like going towards us as we're heading towards them, so we would definitely, then Finn would probably approach Max, and be like,
Hey, big guy. What's Cohen's taking? Or you guys go out and do this without us?
There's a moment where, in comparison to, I keep saying there's a moment. Finn, there's Max. Finn looks like a little kid who just got caught doing something bad as he's kicking like gravel on the ground, looking down.
Come on, big guy. We're a team, okay? If we're gonna be doing stuff, you know? It's like a family. We're gonna work together. Why are you hiding that from us?
No, he's not gonna throw Cam under the bus. There's just like the kid shrug of, I don't know.
Okay. Well, look. I'm sure you have your reasons, but we're here to help now. So where are you trying to go? What can we do?
I think at this point, because you mentioned the height difference, Finn's gonna get down on one knee, like,
Hey, big guy. It's all right.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, sometimes when we're on the trail, I find something interesting, and when I do find them, it goes right into my mouth. If it doesn't jump out, then that thing's going straight down.
Are you Eve? Or...
Yeah.
This fucking kid's always eating shit. God fucking damn it.
That's the real secret. We all traded character sheets for today.
It is the Lonely Road DLC Big Mountain DLC from New Vegas. Our brains get swapped out. Can Max see where Cam is right now? Has Cam spotted the group?
Was Cam looking for the group?
No. He's very much a one-track mind right now, and as far as he knows, the other four have no reason to be looking. They are safe and have plausible deniability.
I will say, if Max can't find Cam, you can probably see a very large golden Mr. Handy just floating in the exact same direction that Cam went.
By the way, Devrin and Eve, who's going where? Are you going with Max or are you going with Goldie?
Goldie's following Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Finn is with Max right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I feel like Eve was watching the interaction between Finn and Max with some interest. And like something weird in her eyes happens when Finn calls us a family.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to feel most useful in the action. So I think she kind of like starts and like blinks and she's gonna scurry up after Goldie.
Okay.
Devrin's right in that mix too. It's actually more so of like a high step, like over, just gun in the air for some reason.
Heading towards where Goldie went. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Finn and Maxwell, what's the plan? What are you guys gonna do?
There are several hand gestures that go off in rapid fire, pointing to the Nikki D's, pointing up to the spot where Max thinks is the best place to overlook. Makes a little doggy hand puppet, sees a hand, grabs it, jerks it off of screen.
Oh no! Oh, that's not good.
there is a ooh la la motion from Max, followed by 2 finger guns, followed by a recoil, followed by head explosion.
RJ, what does that look like? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah. So 1 second. So for all the visual learners out there, I have to squat for this because there's no way of me doing my camera. It is like woof 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 woof.
Oh.
Yipe!
Oh.
Ooh la la,
Spicy.
double finger guns, recoil, head explosion.
Okay.
I think RJ gets a personal AP point for that.
100%. 100%.
I'd vote for that. I'd vote for that.
I want the ooh la la to also include a Lego hand.
Ooh la la. Doing hot to go with Lego hands.
Yeah, so as Max is doing Fitz,
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the mean lady took Cohen, and then I think they were flirting. The ooh la la has me a little confused. But now either you have shot her or are going to shoot her. Did I? Past tense.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street, whistle, point, snap, snap, snap.
Okay. Got it. So it sounds like you're trying to be a little stealthier. I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. It's really not my forte. What can I do? You need uppies? Do I need to get you somewhere high to take the shot? Or
Dang it, Goldie isn't here. Okay, Max takes out his notebook and then just scribble. Wait for shit to pop off. Break heads.
okay, just anybody? Is anyone in particular I should keep an eye out on?
There's a hand that just hits Finn's shoulder from like 3 feet down.
Oh,
And then final bit of writing. Whoever's shooting at us.
okay. Time to act nonchalant.
Fitz gonna like fix his new armor, just start walking around the area, being super chill, but like as a super mutant,
Natural.
not super not really an option. Just like,
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Okay, play it cool. We're good.
Finn walks into some place. There's a broken fucking like
Record
box,
player.
slams it with his hand. Hey.
Yeah. Oh, it's not working, huh? I broke it. Oh,
Shit. The glass shatters.
sorry. I saw it in a movie once. I thought it. Okay.
What the fuck? No. Max, why don't you are you trying to be sneaky to get up on the roof of this thing? Right, you're trying to get up on the roof of the so you can get a good shot.
Yes.
All right.
1 success.
All right, you are able to do so, though you do know there are cameras around, so someone might have seen it from the sky, but nobody clocks you parkouring your way up on top here.
Yes, they've seen the man wearing the gas mask. They go identify him.
Yeah, right? All right. So, Cameron, as you are very nonchalantly and confidently walking up the stairs, you turn the corner and you see that you're on an upper balcony. There is a metal railing up there and a hallway. The balcony leads to this L shape. You see that there is a window as part of one room, and then there is no window in the other room that is across the way, which we know as the assistant manager's office, but you're not sure. There is a doorway that is to your left that says manager's office, and that leads into a back hallway, which is where the stairs are that you were trying to get into beforehand. And you feel a tap on your back as Goldie runs into you.
Yeah. To flavor it a little bit more, it's less of a tap on the back and more because you said there's like a balcony. Goldie just suddenly floats up into view from the side of the balcony and just goes, "Hello, Cameron."
Hey there, Goldie. What's up?
We are under the impression that you need assistance in retrieving your dog. We are here to help.
I'm glad you're here to help. Maybe we keep the tone down a bit. And maybe
Absolutely.
we watch what we're doing. So if you're under that impression, do you have an understanding of why my dog is missing?
I do not know, but I am under the impression that it is very upsetting to you, and thus I would like to help you rectify this. Goldie is speaking at the exact same cadence, but volume is like at
Yeah.
2 instead of 8.
Beautiful. So a couple things help. One, we gotta find this lady. Her name is Mallory. If you call her that, she's gonna be so proud. So we will never call her that to her face. Come up with any name you want, starting with M or even K, and that's her name, because she does not get called her actual one. Step 2, we kill her immediately on sight. We need to do it so that the guards don't find out and that we don't get in trouble. And that's the end of the plan. So maybe we pretend like she's one of those honkers and we make a nice cooked goose dinner out of her.
Might I suggest an alternative to this, which involves us getting your dog back without having to run screaming from the town for our own safety?
Oh, this one's already personal. So if you want to run not screaming from the town, you can do it before we start, but she thinks I owe her, when in reality she should be paying me because she never paid me for the job I finished for her. So,
Perhaps I can help convince her of this.
I would love to see you try, Goldie. We can have so much fun together.
Even
Very
Dev-
well, I will attempt to help convince her of this, and if not, then we shall murder.
There we go.
Even Devon, you round the corner on the stairs after jogging or walking up them, and you see these two.
Sorry. I like to think it's after Cameron said, like, hey, we want to kind of keep this like under wraps. Like Devon shows up and he goes, "Where's his damn dog? What do we have to fucking kill?"
See.
And we are also here.
So you guys heard like the back half of that then.
Eve, I got you a present for just being so kind, and hands you 2 warm Nuka-Cola.
Oh my goodness! This is so precious. Thank you,
I
Cameron.
hope you enjoy. Of course. And now, in the terms of where to shoot, Devrin, Goldie was just suggesting we try diplomacy and then murder. If it works, it works. But she's got to be in one of these 2 rooms here. And she had 2 guards downstairs. Probably still has them. Claims to be the assistant manager. So if we want to rub that in when we remind her that she does not matter, it would be great. And then we can kill her and get our dog back and move on with our lives.
She is the assistant manager, you say?
Where's the shirt for it? Hasn't proved any credential.
DM, up on this level, are there signs on doors?
You have only seen, as you are kind of like at this T intersection, you see that the door to your left is the manager's office, and then there's another door off to the side that doesn't have any label on it.
All right, I'll say. It stands to reason that if the manager's office is labeled, the assistant manager's office might also be labeled, unless they do not care about her.
Yes, Devrin.
This is more so above the table about the map. The one that says armory, does it say armory on the door?
You can't really see that there is it because you're upstairs and there's like it's not part of a wall. You do not see anything from the outside as to that. You don't know there's another room there. Because you're on the balcony.
The assistant manager's office.
Yeah,
and the manager's office.
Yeah.
There's a line there. Sorry, I didn't see that. Never mind.
Sorry, I stole this map and I drew over it very well.
No, it's like we learned earlier today. It would help if we just read. And I should have just read.
It's important, kid.
Speaking of signage and notes, the other thing we could try and do before charging in their guns literally blazing, I'm sure the surveillance cameras are around here somewhere. Perhaps we shut them off before evidence is left. If anyone's good at that sort of thing.
You're muted, though.
I feel like Eve and Devrin both look at each other for a second and then look back at Cameron. If you need those cameras turned off, I'll figure out a way.
Shoot it. I don't know if that's the way that we want to. Sorry, I'm a little riled up right now
Coogan's missing. I know it's not my dog, but I don't like people. I'll shoot it.
It's Coonan, not
Yeah.
Coogan.
It's Kuin.
Coonan, you're right, I'm sorry.
He said he's riled up.
I
He
know.
said he's riled up.
He's gonna get everything wrong.
We're saving Kubo tonight, baby.
Yeah.
Cujo's totally gonna get it.
Yeah.
We gotta get Conan.
Where's
Um,
Colin?
Oh, Devrin, guns make a whole lot of noise.
That's the point, right?
Is it? Are we supposed to be? Are we supposed to be drawing attention or not?
That is Plan
Well,
B, to my understanding.
I was planning to draw no attention, but now we've got a pack of 4 people standing on a balcony above a lot of people that are probably paying a lot of attention, but we can do whatever we need.
Fine. I just won't do anything. You let me know.
In the best course of action in my mind, which means it's probably not because I am in an emotional state right now, is that you and I go in there together, guns already out, take care of it, and then we all run away together. However, Goldie has said it's probably best if we try a bit of diplomacy first, and I told them we could give it a try.
My suggestion, if I may, since Eve is willing to take care of the cameras, Cameron, if you would like to accompany me in to talk about getting your dog back. And if that doesn't work, then Devin will hear a loud gun blast and we will be able to come in afterwards to assist with the gun blasting.
That sounds
Yeah.
that sounds like a great plan, Goldie.
Thank you.
Do we see Finn Fonzieing it up? Like,
He looks
sure
so
hope so.
nonchalant down there.
does he?
Finger gunning everyone he sees.
So he's Tobey Maguireing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He'll pass by some people and just like the little quiver in his back, like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Hand out a rose there.
Oh my god.
Picks up a little martini glass that's way too tiny.
Oh my god.
For you. Looks up. Just,
No, we're not gonna do that yet. Yeah.
this is why I don't work in teams. Okay.
All right. Danae, you are going to attempt to find these cameras, yes?
I would like to find and disable cameras.
All right. You make your way north through this doorway that says manager's office and find yourself in front of another door that seems to be unlocked to a room that has another label that says manager's office on it.
I open the door.
Okay. Inside is a small room, and there are banks of cameras, or banks of screens, along one side of the wall. It seems to be blocking off most of what would be the window in the front. The curtains are drawn, and you see that one corner lies a large, well-kept bed with a hand-stitched quilt atop. The desk in front of the cameras is covered in papers and journals stacked a few high, and a powerful-looking gun just sits within arm's reach of a swivel chair that is leaned back as a man sits with his feet up. He seems to be middle-aged and well-kept, porcelain skin, curly auburn hair that is tied back atop his head. He turns to the door as you enter, and he says, "Well, hello."
Oh, hi! My name's Eve. What's your name?
Eve. You see him like lean forward and grabs a scrap of paper and writes it down. "I am the manager. How can I help you?"
You're the manager. Well,
I
gosh,
am.
that makes it sound like you're the guy that's in charge of this whole place, huh?
I surely am.
Wow.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I was just looking around. Fucking Jesus, what the fuck do I do? I was just looking around and well, shoot. He's in charge of the whole town, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you. About the assistant manager.
Yes. What can I do? What can I offer?
Do you know anything about her?
Oh, yes. She runs a damn good ship. I haven't had to do a lick of work since she started working here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like she's really a valuable employee.
Oh, yes. That's why she's the assistant manager.
And you're the manager because...
Well, because I founded this place. My family founded this place.
Okay. I'm just gonna be upfront with you, Mr. Manager.
Oh, please, Peter Malone.
Peter. Mr. Malone?
Either way, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
Great. I am far from comfort right now. She shuts the door.
Oh my goodness, please take a seat. And he motions to the bed, as there is no other chair in here.
She'll go sit on the bed, like, you know, just like hands in her lap, like, you know, clearly like distraught. Mr. Malone, the assistant manager took our dog, and, I don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness. Well, did she have a reason for doing so? She doesn't really act without reason.
I mean, it seemed like it was personally motivated. It wasn't assistant manager work, if that helps.
Well, that is fair, though she does run most of the town, and she believes that safety is her utmost job, and if she has done something, usually she does it with reason, and yeah, things have been going great so far, so I can't fault her for that.
Eve is gonna, like, look over his shoulder at the cameras. Is he, like, turned away from the cameras and toward her?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
There's probably, like, 30 screens here. Like, there are a lot of cameras in this place. You can see clearly Maxwell is on the roof of somewhere. You can see Finn in one of the cameras. He's, like, smooth talking someone, like...
Yeah,
exactly.
She like gets a quick like look at what all is going down here, and I think she very quickly ascertains what her role is in this situation. Mr. Malone, I think that you and me together, we can figure this whole situation out. But first of all, I have to ask you, have you ever heard of Grand Rapids?
No, I have not.
She is going to distract him with Grand Rapids facts for as long as it takes.
Wonder.
Jazz.
All right. Have you heard Huey Lewis in the news? Yeah. So while that is going,
Did you know that every Christmas in Grand Rapids, there was a parade where Santa Claus's sleigh was pulled by a moose?
A moose? I don't even know what that is.
Me neither. Do you think we could figure it out?
All right, why don't you go ahead and make me a speech check to see how well you do this.
I would like to spend a luck to use my luck instead.
Absolutely. This is gonna be a difficulty one, as he is eager to help, and just has like the most double face that anyone else has ever had.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I hit the wrong button.
Oh yeah, you did.
It's fine. It's not gonna say the correct successes. Give me a sec. Though that is some pretty bad rolls, I gotta say.
Well, it went through twice. One of them you had one success on.
Did it go through twice?
It did, yeah.
Well,
Did
then
it?
Maybe we take the first one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the top one has a 2 and a 9. Which, with your calculations, you might want to redo.
Yeah.
That could be 2 successes.
It will be.
Yeah, my luck is an 8, so it would be at least 1 success.
Yes. And are you tagged in speech?
I'm
No.
not.
Okay. Okay, so yes.
Look at me. I do think I am.
Yes, you continue to talk about this, and he actually, as you are having this conversation, and he's going to ask if you want to fill out a complaint form. So he'll kind of sit there and walk you through that. The rest of you, you make your way to the other door that, as you get closer, you see has carved in it, like somebody took a knife to it, assistant manager.
Can't even get her own nameplate.
Much less classy.
To be fair, they
Shall we?
don't make them anymore. It's not like she could just build one.
Find a piece
Has.
of put a piece of wood from outside, sketch it in there, stick it to the wall.
That's fair.
You don't need to
Paint.
damage the only door you got. Yeah, paint.
Piece of sharp.
See?
Sharpie.
She is so ill-mannered. Goldie, why don't you lead the way?
Okie dokie. Just pick up the pincer arms, rap on the door.
The door
I'm
opens.
gonna stand to the side, just for like mine's sake. I'm gonna stand to the side so when the door opens, they don't readily see.
Out of sight, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As the door opens, you see a large man standing there, probably like 6'3". He is pretty built. He's got jet black hair and sort of an auburn complexion. You can see that behind him, the room is fairly large. There's a desk on the back wall and a table with some chairs near the door. There's a large bay window, as you see on the side, and there's a mess of things in this room. There seems to be things that have been confiscated from the residents, and you do see on this place that, again, carved in the door to the left is a sign that says armory.
Does he appear to be the only person in this room?
No, sorry. There is another man sitting at the table, and then you can see this woman that has been described as sitting at the desk.
Okay, well, in a very overwhelming fashion, Goldie is going to, while floating forward the entire time, and like moving his arms around in an attempt to like handshake and everything, just go, howdy do, friend. My name is Goldie. I'm a Mr. Handy robot who is here to speak to your assistant manager, and just complete overwhelming force in.
Yeah, as you do so, you make your way in the room a little bit, and you see that the woman behind the desk looks a little perplexed about what's going on. She stands up, and the man who was in the doorway kind of like grabs your pincer arm as you make your way into it, so you cannot go all the way in. And he's very much paying attention to you in this moment of like, what the fuck is this thing? They don't seem to have clocked that you are part of the group.
And so, like, with the pincer arm in, I'll extend out all the rest of the direction towards the assistant manager and just go, hello, assistant manager of Coney Island. My name is Goldie. I would shake your hand, but it is currently being occupied, and my other hands are not suitable for this task.
No, thank you. We don't need any more Mr. Handys here.
No, I am not applying. I am here to make a negotiation.
Negotiation. And she like walks around the desk, and you see that Kuan is like in a bed that has been made out of like clothing and such. He's got a water bowl and he's got a food bowl, and he is chained to the desk.
And I'll just pivot and look at the big guy and go, sir, if you wish to hold either of my other arms, that would be acceptable. This one I do need for communication purposes.
He looks to Maggie, and she's like, shrugs, and then he grabs your arm with the flamer on it, and he holds that one back so you can't move any further forward, but you can extend an arm to Maggie.
All right, then I will pivot. For a brief moment, Goldie looks at him and the flamer arm that he is holding, considers, and then just turns right back to Maggie and extends the pincer arm out and says, my name is Goldie.
Wonderful. And she doesn't shake your hand. What do you want?
I am here to negotiate the release of one animal in your custody.
Did Cameron send you?
Absolutely not. I followed Cameron to then make this negotiation.
Okay, do you have my caps?
I do not know the price tag that you have placed on this, but I believe that is what negotiation means.
Okay. I told him a price. I'll take that in caps, or I can keep cooing. It's up to him.
What is the cap amount that you request for this?
250.
That is a lot of caps, ma'am.
She holds up her pincer arm. I lost a lot on that day.
I see. So this is very much a personal thing, and this is influencing the cost tag of the negotiation.
You're very observant for a robot.
Thank you. Now, on the subject of negotiation, is it at all possible that we can have a discussion in which the price tag can come down to some capacity? Perhaps work in exchange for the dog?
Well, the last time I hired him, I almost got killed and I lost my arm, so I don't really trust him to do any work for me.
Was he able to complete the task in spite of losing your arm?
No, he left me for dead.
Was the task not leaving you for dead?
Yeah.
I see. Well, so far, my experience with Cameron has proven him to be a reliable companion, so I can vouch for, if not efficacy, an improvement since the previous interaction.
Oh, you stupid robot. You must not have been with him long. Every single person he moves with ends up dead.
So far, so good.
Look, unless you've got the caps, I'm not going to let the dog go. He seems very happy here. And you see Kuin's like gotten up and he sees you and he's like trying to get to you but can't because he's tied.
And I'm gonna just like pivot and look back at the guy holding my arm, but I'm trying to look over his shoulder to see if Cameron is in the doorway at all.
Yeah, I think same to Devrin, like the other side to let your negotiation go as best you can, but I feel like Goldie and the group know enough that there's probably a phrase or two you could say that means like this is going nowhere or something.
So I will say in that direction and go, am I to understand, assistant manager, that negotiations are completely off of the table because that was the primary objective of me coming here?
Tell Cameron if he wants his dog back, he can pay me for it.
I do not believe that is within his capacity, hence why I am here to negotiate rather than him.
He's good at making money. You know what? Hold on. She kind of like walks a little closer to you and looks at you and like taps your chassis. You're gold. Are you gold plated or are you made of gold?
Gold plated.
I could still probably get something for that. All right. Tell Cameron if he trades you for the dog, he can have him.
One moment, please, and I'll turn back and please release me for approximately 1 minute.
The guy lets go.
And I'll just float outside and pivot and just
close
pivot.
the door.
Yeah, closing the door and then just say, and like again, volume back down to 2 and just go, I do not know if you heard the requested negotiation, but is this acceptable to you?
Goldie, we would trade you for nothing. This is not an acceptable deal.
Very well. Are we at our second plan then?
Devrin, you ready?
Give me exactly 1 moment, and then you may do so. And I will turn back and open the door again.
Goldie. Is there any way that you can turn the music way up in here?
You have a
I can do that
radio.
and more.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll cover up the
Set that
gunshots.
soundboard sky high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that and more.
Cool.
And so I will pivot, open the door, and float back in.
Okay, RJ, what you can see inside this room, there is glass, and you are still at a lower angle than this building, not by much, but there's probably like a 30-degree up. You can see bodies moving inside. Do you have a scope that allows you to see better?
No, he does not. He does not have the money for it.
Okay. You can make out shapes and you could see them coming in. So if you are it'll probably be harder to hit like up in difficulty, but you can determine the shapes inside from like the control of there are 2 large, 1 small shapes in there. You know the sizes of your friends.
One is orbular in nature.
Yes.
And
Yes.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can I make out the big guy and the assistant manager?
Yeah, so there's 2 big guys in there and then 1 smaller girl who's like 5'6".
There is, from what Eve sees in the control room, like over the manager's shoulder on the TV, is Max pulls out a vial of something, and he unscrews the filter on the side of his gas mask and just pushes a syringe into it, pressing down on the plunger. I'm gonna use some Calmex.
All right. You want to tell everyone what that does?
Calmex, it lets me reroll a d20 on all perception and agility tests, and I get +2 dice to sneak attacks.
Hell yeah. All right.
cue.
The music change feels apt.
The sound cue of "Oh yeah." No, that's buff out. Sorry.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted. All right, we are going to do Theater of the Mind for this, as I didn't make a map for it, but that's okay. What is the move? What are you guys doing as you walk in?
So, Goldie pushes the door back open, floats right into the middle of these three people, and say, "I apologize. I have been informed that this is an unacceptable term. Therefore, the negotiation has ended. I wish we could have been another way. Thank you for your time." And Goldie takes off his top hat as if to give a bow. When he takes off his top hat, there is a large Tesla coil that has been installed under the top hat, which he immediately turns on.
Okay. All right.
What does that do?
So let's see if I can't punch it in like Max did with the comics, but Tesla coil can turn on or off at the start of the turn, and while on, all enemies within reach suffer 4 dice piercing 1 stun energy damage at the end of my turn.
Okay.
And quite frankly, this is my turn, so
Yes, it is.
Not stun.
All right.
That's the coolest thing you ever could have said with into that hat.
All right.
So let me roll
Yeah,
4 of
roll
those.
it out. It's going to be, they each have a defense of 1.
Okay, it doesn't say anything about
Oh, I see. So it just because
Yeah.
they're in the area. Okay, cool.
yeah, it's
So-
just an area effect stun.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll that damage? Not Google. I wasn't talking to you, Google.
3 piercing somebody's on my page. 3 piercing 1 stun energy damage to all
Okay.
3 of them.
All right, what does stun do? Actually, I can just look it up in here. I like physical books because I can look things up, but it's faster to just do it in here. Thanks, roll 20. Nope, just kidding.
And from outside, Devrin and Cameron just hear a
Sounds like Goldie got the party started for us.
Oh yes, and to end my turn, the audience participation thing cranked up to 11 is what sounds like old-time Tonight Show music with audience clapping, just blaring through it.
The target cannot make their normal turn and is stunned. We need to go on a quick break. Somebody is knocking on my door. So we'll pause for just a minute. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. Bye. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that, but we are back. We took our breaks. I hope you all are having so much fun. A Tesla coil has just gone off. Wait. Who's that? Is that, Bram, or is that...
Twins Tisha.
Oh, Tisha.
Tiny.
She's so
This is
tiny. I know. Sorry. Cat, distraction. So yes, Goldie has popped off, outside Max, because you normally go first in initiative. You see this room light up and very, very clearly now get an idea of the beings inside, if you'd like to do anything.
Huh. Okay. Where is our assistant manager in this time? Can Max spot them?
Yeah, you can spot them.
What's their position like?
Goldie is in like the center of the room. She's in front of him, and then you can see one guard is closer to you and towards the window, and one is further back. So she's like sort of in the center of the room. Like she's very clearly within the window if you want to try and shoot her.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot her. This counts as a sneak attack, correct?
Yes, it does. It's going to be a difficulty 2 because of the distance and
I would like
visibility.
to use a minor to aim.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to aim at her other hand.
Okay.
I don't take... So I do have... Where is it? My favorite perk, Sniper. I don't take any penalties when I aim.
Exactly. Okay.
Here we go.
So this, as we have determined in this, the aim action is not an actual thing. Like that's not, aiming does not allow you to hit a specific spot, but you can then, there is a thing that you can do, but because of your ability, it doesn't matter.
Sniper
aiming
lets me target.
Exactly. So I don't like that that's what they called it. I'm just putting it out there. But pop off, sis.
Submit. I'll use a luck to reroll. Or is it karma to reroll that, or luck?
Luck allows you to reroll your first d20.
Got it. I also have... Oh! So I'll use a luck to reroll my first d20 and the effects of the Comex to reroll the second d20 because that's a perception chest.
Yeah, alright. You're really good at this. It should be... Alright. So that is 3 successes, so bank 1. And roll your damage, please.
Yeah, so Comex gives me a +2 to sneak attacks, which gives my grand total of 10 damage dice. 13.
Okay, so as this bullet, you guys, let's see.
It's not a bullet.
I know. So you guys see that she kind of puts her hands up as like the things go off. She kind of does one of these as the lightning goes over her and stuns her for a moment. Those of you outside the door hear a distant whoom and see a light move through and the window. The glass shatters as it comes inside, and you see this form as the attack hits her hand and then goes through her hand and hits her in the head, and she turns into red dust.
That's why we trust Max to get the job done.
The glass doesn't shatter, but there is a hole that's...
Oh, yeah, okay. I like that. I was like, would it go through the glass, or would it, like, shatter it? I don't know. So, cool.
Sorry, it's the POV zoom of, like, looking through the hole in... Or the laser hole in the hand, goes to the melted window, over this street, over to the top of the Nicky D's where Max is standing, and you just see him crank the capacitor on his laser musket once.
All right.
Damn.
That is Max's turn. It is the Raiders, the 2 that are still alive. I will spend AP points to have them go make 1 attack towards you guys. One of them is going to pull out a pipe pistol. Let's see if I can... Ooh. I'm just going to grab my physical dice because I have them. I'm going to use them. All right. Their pipe gun is it? That is he's going to trying to attack Goldie because he's the only one in the room. That is going to be 1 success. What is your damage? What's your damage?
My
defense.
defense is 1. My defense is 1, and my physical damage resistance is 1.
Okay, so he is going to roll 3 physical damage dice. And he is hitting you in the eye stalk, and that is going to be 3 damage.
So that's down to 2 then, I guess?
Yeah, if you have defenses. The other one is going to try to hit you with a tire iron. And he does not succeed in that. Next up is going to be Cam and Finn, depending on who wants to go first.
Cameron, please.
Did I effectively jump the turn order by doing my Tesla coil?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I
assumed that, yeah, RJ had like a ready to action because...
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah, we'll look to the other 2. You don't need to die for her. She wouldn't die for you. Our business here is done. If you want to put your hands up, we will take the dog and walk out. If you don't put your hands up, you'll be turned to dust just as quick.
All right, go ahead and make a roll for this, a speech roll. The the difficulty is going to be a 0 because, yeah, fuck that.
Cool. Did it roll? I clicked on it.
I do not see it. Did it go behind your character sheet?
No. I'm clicking on the button, and it's saying rolled, and it's not rolling. So I'm going to just refresh it and try again.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. 0.
All
okay,
right.
well, because of my fancy hat and my fancy clothing, I get to re-roll both d20s. for
The,
this.
the difficulty is also 0, so you met the difficulty.
You
Yeah.
read it,
Yeah, but I want to really make it work.
Fair.
And you showed me this mechanic earlier today, Zach, and I want to honor that.
That's fair.
All right, that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
And then you see these guys go, you know what? I don't even like her that much anyways. That's cool. That's just, you can have her. You can have him. Like,
And,
they kind of back
for
up.
the record, the job was done. It was to get them there, not get her back. So she
Yeah, but
is slandering my name and lying.
Whatever you say, man.
Before you go, please untie the dog.
We'll leave. They're kind of like, oh, I guess, yes. No, please. And you see them undo the lock on the collar, and Kuin returns to you, his tail wagging. He sniffs at the pile of soot a little bit, and then the other 2 guys are like, just, yeah, okay. And then, like, they walk out and head towards the manager's office.
Oh shit. Damn. I'm gonna. Are we still in initiative?
No, you can go. Combat's over.
Hey. Okay. Hey,
Ah.
hey guys. Hey.
Hey.
Your manager has a guest, and I don't think they want to be interrupted right now. If you get my meaning.
Yeah. Just don't hurt anyone else, okay?
Yeah. And I'm gonna walk into the room with Cameron and be like, that was easy. Wow.
This is why I originally just told Max about it, so that we could get it done, get in and out, and if anything went wrong, you had plausible deniability, but I feel like we've grown as people through doing this together, and I thank you for that.
Okay. Does Devrin see the armory wall?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I mean, since we're here, right?
That's a great plan. Let's check it out.
Let's.
All right.
I'm gonna go to the armory.
All right. Finn, downstairs, you saw Max fire a shot. And some electricity go off upstairs. And you have not heard anything since. What would you like to do?
Cool. So in the moment, he would have been down there, whatever bartender, poor restaurant worker. He's like, right, so they had all this extra fluid stuff under the guard. It was ruining all the flowers. I have to go. Here you go. Have this. I will talk to you later. And then, so in this map is the only way up this set of stairs that I've seen, like to the manager's office. Is that like the, okay, cool. Then, oh. Be funny.
He was really excited about the elevator earlier.
Would the elevator be closer in proximity? I'm looking for in the map here. I can see
I mean,
Finn
yeah,
totally trying it.
technically, yeah.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I gotta go. He's gonna go to this elevator and just like squat under and I guess try and press a button and see if he's buttons are big enough for him to hit just the one he needs.
Yeah, you pull back the grate that is in front of it and open the doors. It's very like almost like Victorian style, like too gaudy for like function. And you kind of close the door behind you, and you're able to hit a switch that starts you going up, and it's like not slow, but it's not a fast elevator. You just start going up as you're like getting ready.
Right. So as like the door would close and then starts to go up and gets to the top and then opens again, there's just board in hand with all the knives and everything. He steps out, all right, everybody. I guess everyone is past now where like they all went to the manager's office. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Where'd everybody go?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just like walk towards whatever offices until I would find somebody.
Okay. Eve, you see a light, like a couple screens like get really bright for a second as the Tesla coil goes off, and then you see you can, as you are like looking up, and the mayor is like sitting there with you, like filling out this paperwork. Your eyes glance up at the screen, and you see across like random ones this laser that goes through, and another bright flash as the woman inside of the assistant manager's office turns to dust, and you can see the other men put their hands up. What are you doing?
And you see, the other thing about Kent County, which is where Grand Rapids is,
Yeah?
What was I saying?
Something about a Kent. Clark, perhaps?
No. It's Kent County. It's where Grand Rapids is.
Oh.
And I think as she's looking up, she's gonna see, like, the guys that are going towards the manager's office now.
They are diverting because Devrin told them not
to the
to.
manager's
Correct,
office.
yeah. So they're
Great.
you see them
Okay.
going down the stairs, and with your view of things, there are other guards here. And it seems that they have seen the light go off and the bullet go across, because, again, it's just a bolt of light. And there seems to be people gathering, wearing, again, those smocks with the name of the Grand Coney Island on it. They're downstairs.
I see. Okay, great, wonderful.
Can I make myself scarce?
Sure, yeah. We'll get to you next. Don't you worry.
Sorry.
I'm gonna stay the course until I know everyone is clear.
Mhm.
I guess is the plan. I've got a funny idea. Is there like an intercom system here, possibly?
Sure. Yeah. Like one of those things in a school that has the button you can press and go, "Hello, customers."
Sure. This fucking
Guards to
stupidest
the manager's
idea.
office. Guards to the manager's office.
Stupidest idea I've ever had. Okay. She's gonna look at the manager, and say, I guess the reason why I'm telling you all of this is that, you know, I kind of feel like there's never gonna be a place as perfect as Grand Rapids ever again, and, well, do you think that maybe this place could one day live up to that sort of standard?
Here at the Grand Coney Island, we want to make sure all of our guests and residents are held to the best standards and that they can live here feeling safe. That's why I put so much faith in Maggie. She is just the bee's knees. And I think that if you decide to make the Grand Coney Island your home, you'll find not only a great place to live, but perhaps a family.
Wow. Could you just tell me that everything's gonna be okay and there's nothing wrong at all?
Eve, was it?
Yeah. She's gonna hit the button to the intercom.
Everything's gonna be okay, and nothing is wrong.
And then she just lets go.
He kind of sees you lean in with this, and he kind of scoots back a little bit. He's like, I am married, though. I will say that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to imply I would be your family. I mean, of course, I love all of my residents, but...
No, of course. Obviously. Wow.
Could you do me...
How embarrassing would that be if that was my intent?
I would like you to make a roll for this to see how well this
Okay.
pops off. I'm going to say it's a difficulty 2, because the guards have been made aware of something, or will be shortly. So this will either delay things or you know, make things quell for just the minute. What would you like to roll? Speech?
I'm going to spend a luck point to roll luck for this again.
Okay. What
She's
skill?
literally flying by the seat of her pants. Okay,
She's doing
I'm
great,
gonna
sweetie.
I'm gonna actually hit the button that lets me do this. Luck
Okay.
and speech, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That only rolled
we
one
feel
d20.
Yeah.
It sure did.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Maybe I should just
you
do
also
the same
need
thing.
to change the amount rolled in the quick roll options.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I was trying.
Do you want to use an AP for this? You guys have a bunch.
We're maxed
To-
out right now.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, what is AP? What does AP do again? I'm
Lets you
sorry.
roll an extra d20. You can get 1 extra d20 for 1 AP. If you want to roll 2 AP, you need 3. Or sorry, if you want to roll 4 dice total, you need to spend 3 AP to do so. Or you could just get 1 extra dice for 1 AP.
We're maxed out. This feels like the moment to spend 3 AP to get
Honestly,
that second
yeah.
die in there.
Yeah, I'd say run it
AP is
because
so easy to get a hold of.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
is. Okay, so I'm rolling 4 here. Or do
Mm-hmm.
you want to count the first one that I rolled?
You can roll 4.
I'm gonna roll 4. All right, 4d20, luck, speech, go for it.
All right, 2 successes. You get 1. No, you're not tagged, so you get. You have done this. You guys hear across the loudspeaker, the manager of the Grand Coney says this, and you see Finn as you're coming up. The guards that have gone downstairs and are talking to other guards, they're like making gestures like something's wrong, and the other guys are like, they said it's okay. Like what do you mean? But you can join the others. Goldie and Cameron and Devrin, you guys walk into this room. There's a lot of shelving in here, and there's quite a few items if you would like to try and grab some. Is there anything you're looking for specifically, or are you just like grabbing what you can?
Big gun.
Big guns? All right.
Ham knows nothing about weapons, is grabbing what he can.
Okay.
Goldie can't really use weapons, so if there's like
yeah.
more flamer fuel to refill the flamethrower, then sure, but he'll probably literally just like refill and leave.
Yeah. So you see there's armor in here. There's some weapons. There's mines and grenades. If you're looking for guns, you see a double-barrel shotgun and a missile launcher.
I take it back. Mines and grenades actually sound fun to just put into the bag.
There is flamer
The
fuel
missile
here as
launcher.
well.
I'll refill and then mines and grenades into the bag because I know that Max likes these.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan, you want that missile launcher, or should we give it to Cam?
I mean, we're gonna take it. Who has it? It doesn't matter. But we're leaving here with something.
Then
Oh.
in that case, Cam will just like take all of the armor that way that like, you take all the clothes you need to take to the wash and just like carry it out.
Okay. All right. So you.
There is one thing specific, and I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah,
Is
go
there
ahead.
in the armor, is there a helmet?
There's no helmet. There's right leg armor, torso armor, arm. Let's see, heavy metal arm, torso, or armor torso. I'll just send it in the chat.
Solid. And I'll just look at the chat and then we'll go through it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We supermarket sweep our way through the armor.
Okay.
Yep. And Goldie will head back out. I guess about the time that Finn comes in there, put the hat on, very quickly like open up his middle section, and check the holotape that he put back in there, make sure it didn't get fried before putting it back in. And looking at all the mines and grenades that he took.
Bad. Then I think Finn would round the corner like, all right, everybody. Did we win?
Max turned her to dust faster than she could even react.
We really need to go.
Oh, okay.
Have some of this. And we'll hand you like half the armor he's carrying so it looks less suspicious.
Okay. All right. Good job, everybody. Just whatever we gotta hold over our shoulder or carry right. Yeah. Okay. I'm on board.
If anyone asks, we're relocating it for safety reasons.
Relocating it. All right. I can do that.
All right, Eve. You see everyone begin to make their way. Are you guys going out the front door? Or are you going to take the back door? What are you thinking?
I think Cam knows that locked door is there, so he's
Yep.
gonna lead us that way.
Okay. And because you're on the inside, you can unlock it and head out to the outside. Maxwell, you... I imagine you were, like, putting your gun away and sort of scale your way down.
He's gonna find, like, a dumpster to sit on, and narratively it's by the door that they're coming out of, but they just hear a thump 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 as Max is kicking his legs and doodling in his notebook, waiting for everyone.
All right. Eve.
As we float by Max near the noise, Goldie's gonna go, "Hey there, friend, catch!" and just toss him the baseball grenade.
Flailing. Oh, pins! No, leave the pins in. No.
All right. As you guys reconvene outside, Eve, what are you doing to get out of here?
I feel like the conversation has progressed to a point where we could probably like wind it down. Like she drags it out for as long as is necessary for like her to feel like they're like everybody is like outbound and nobody is following them. And then, you know, just kind of abruptly, she's gonna stand up and be like, "Wow, I'm convinced. Maybe this place can be my home. Thank you, sir."
He stands up and gives you a hearty handshake. We're so happy to hear it. If you need help with housing, I can direct you towards the right person.
Oh, sure. Who would that be?
Well, if you go out back, you can go down the stairs that you came down. There is a small town out back. There is a sign in front that says housing. Tony is in, or not Tony. Like looking at the things around my room, none of which help me. Ivy is over there. She can help you.
Oh, wow. I've never met an Ivy before. People keep on calling me that, and, well, maybe I'll find out why.
Well, I'm happy to call you one of my residents. When you get settled, please come back and let me know how things are going.
Of course, thank you. Closes the door behind her. And then just like sort of speed walks with that like smile frozen on her face.
You make your way down and out. Everyone else is outside. You know that there are no cameras out back from your observations. As you guys wait for Eve, Devrin, you kind of glance in the crowd and see what looks to be a familiar face of an older man of Asian descent. He's wearing glasses, and very quickly you remember that this face was the one you saw standing over you as he was trying to heal you in your memories. And he kind of like is talking to somebody and then moves deeper into the camp, out of view.
Sick. I look to Cameron and go, can you hold this for me real quick?
Yeah, I can hold anything for you, yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you. And then I think I want to just start jetting over there, like honestly, like parkouring my way, and it's not good. I'm tripping over shit, but like I'm rushing to get over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you do me a favor and make me a check for this, an agility and survival check. This is gonna be a difficulty of 1. As somebody plays a trumpet in the distance.
I think Cam will look to Finn while you're rolling. You know, I feel a bit bad. I awoke something in a bartender today, and he's never going to get to see where that goes.
Oh, what did you do?
Nothing yet. Just said a couple kind words and implied a couple kind things, and I think I think the plans are after his shift aren't going to get done, if you know what I mean.
My sheet's not working with me. Give me a
That's
second,
all right.
sorry.
That's okay.
I feel you on that.
It's okay. I mean, broken promises aren't good. I would at some point try to reciprocate that because you don't want to be a liar. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm
you
down
probably
to
shouldn't
reciprocate
Do
anything.
you see what I'm doing?
But
Oh,
we
is
just
that
gotta
you?
talk to him.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Let me just take over your computer for a second.
Go
ahead.
Honestly, I thought I was doing it. I was like,
I'm glad my sheet's not the only one that broke today.
No. I'm so sorry for interrupting your chat.
I was just feeling time with Cam being a little sad that he doesn't get to host someone out tonight.
you can always send a friend in later, be like, "Hey, sorry I missed you. Catch you next weekend." Or...
I was actually trying to take a couple friends on the road with us, but I'm also supposed to meet them tonight. Just maybe I'm not going to come back here anytime soon.
Friend, it sounds like you overbook yourself. I really think you need to organize your time better.
This was prior to execution plans. I had no intention of not following up with all 4 of them, but things change, people become dust, and then we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. You're gonna have to tell me what happened later, because, damn, I was ready to scrap there, Cameron. But
I electrocuted people, and then Max shot them through the head.
you know, I heard it all. I just didn't get to see it. But yeah, maybe for the best though.
How would you feel watching a living being turn to fertilizer dust right in front of your eyes?
Was it the one who took our Peppy friend?
It was.
Okay, that probably would have been nice.
Yeah. I mean, we'll find some dust on the ground and we'll reenact it for you later.
Oh, that sounds fun. I love theater.
All right, Devon, you make your way through this crowd and see this older gentleman who you know as Toby from the interaction you had before. He is bartering with somebody who seems to have a lot of trinkets, like mechanical creations, and he's none the wiser to your presence.
Oh, but this is the who I saw, right?
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Hello.
You see him turn and he adjusts his glasses. He says, "Oh, it's you. I didn't think I'd be
Yeah.
seeing you again."
Okay, good. So you do know who I am.
Yes, I had you in my home for 3 days. And you stole my pocket watch.
Sorry. Was that? I've learned recently that boundaries are a thing. Is that a boundary?
Yes, stealing is normally considered bad. You did seem very confused, though, so I cannot fault you for that. Are you all right?
If we go somewhere to speak, please.
I don't have a home, but we could step aside if... Well, not a home here, obviously. Do you remember where we were before?
No, that's the problem. I don't remember much. Here you go. And he pulls out the pocket watch and he goes, "Sorry." He hands it back to him.
He kind of takes it and he puts it in his hand. Please. And he you guys step aside and find a quiet table off, sort of like a bar table that you can stand at. And so you're all right then. That's good. I was worried that with your condition you had fallen in another ditch somewhere along the way.
I mean, I have, but so I don't know much about who I am, but I have these dreams, and you pop up often. And my friend Max recently just told me, even though he's not supposed to speak, but he spoke to me, and he said that I'm a sin.
Yes. He kind of gets a little closer to you. I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about where you came from or what you were doing. But I did. The woman you were traveling with. She seemed to have some papers on her. Something about a railroad. Now there's not. Yes, there's a woman with curly hair. She was at a camp that was close to where you were found, where I found you, on the side of the road. It seems that she was shot, I assume by raiders. You seem to have a lot of blood on her, on you, and it looked like you had carried her a distance before you yourself had fallen unconscious, is what I would say. I don't know much about people like you, but I do know that your insides are a lot different than ours. Yes, for the most part, you are flesh and blood. However, there are some components within you that don't allow healing to work the same way as it would for me. I found that using repair kits that I would normally use on my robot companions, you were able to regain health and consciousness. And, to be frankly, I left one day to go make trades, and when I came back, you were not there.
Okay. You said I was with a woman.
Mhm.
I showed up with a woman. Do you know where they are, or what their name was, or anything?
I don't know much, but, the paperwork that she had was from another member of whatever this group was, this railroad. And the paperwork said that she was to take you from Erie, which is far south of here, up into the 313, and to establish you with a home. And the paperwork said identity, but I'm not quite sure what that entailed, whether it was a false one or a new one itself. Oh, I will say that the paperwork said you had been wiped before.
I guess that makes sense because of the memory.
Hmm.
She was hiding me.
That is what it seemed, yes.
Okay. So what do I do now?
I believe you live your life. I assume that the reason that they brought you here was to start anew and to be your own person. From my understanding and the news that's coming from the Commonwealth, people like you are hunted.
Oh.
I'm not sure why. You seemed like a nice fellow.
Okay. I guess I'll have to figure it out. Did you get that person's name?
The one who you were with?
Yeah.
They had a code name, I assume. Red?
Okay. Is there a way that I can get in contact with you if I have anything else that maybe pops up?
Yes, of course. I live just north of Cobo Hall. My own little small place. But I do travel around a lot. If you ask for old Toby, I'm sure someone will know me.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
You
Red,
told me your name was Devrin. Is that the name you've
Yeah.
continued to use?
Yeah.
He kind of puts his hand on yours. Not many people get the chance for a new life. From what I can see, you're striving to be one of the good ones. I mean, people. He kind of turns your hand over and he puts the pocket watch back in your hand. I think you have more humanity than most of us. Trust in those that you can, and if you need assistance with anything, you can find me. I'm sure of it.
Hey. My best. Red. Do you know if she liked dogs?
I can't say that I do. She had passed when I found you.
I was just wondering because I really enjoyed it. Maybe it was something from her. I'm sorry. You enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your help.
He nods and gives you a reassuring smile and lets you walk away if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah, I think he kind of walks away.
and it's a very like slow walk. That he doesn't turn and like look at him again or wave goodbye. He just kind of walks away. But as soon as he like gets closer to his group, that look of like confusion and like a little bit of hurt, it changes to that somber just. All right, are we heading out of town?
Are you okay, Devrin? You ran very fast and clumsily.
I had to pee.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. And then he kind of walks away from that too.
All right. You guys would like to head out of town?
Probably for the best.
Probably. It is evening. It is fairly dark out at this point. If you guys would like to stop and make camp somewhere, you can find an old garage that seems to be abandoned. Before, I assume you don't want to get to the fairgrounds at night, or in the middle of the night, as it were.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Stopping at the at a garage would be good too. From Goldie to spend an hour doing the repairs on himself, because that'll point back up to full.
Okay. You make a fire and begin your evening prep. Is there anything you guys would like to do at your camp for the evening?
Max is going through a sketchbook a la story time with Finn, showing just what everyone was up to at the time of where Finn was doing their thing in the bar.
Is that even therapy? Oh, that's healthy. Oh god! And you see like a sketch of like the explosion of dust and the laser's like, oh, you got her, buddy. Good job.
Everything's done up in like a Crayola child caricature, just to save on time and speed.
You know, when you're done with these, I'm sure Goldie would totally take them as art, unless you're keeping them for.
You see Max take the sketchbook, throw it on the ground, and then throw a lighter on top of it. And then in his general notebook, no, that's evidence.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't do that then.
He's going to scoop like the bottom of the sketchbook and walk over to the actual fire to add fuel to it.
Yeah, get rid of all the evidence.
Goldie is sitting next to the fire repairing himself. Like everything on his person has just been like pulled out and down, so he can fix stuff. So he's got like everything laid, like two repair kits, a multi-tool, the hollow disc, the grenades, the mines, just everything just laid out as he's just like opened himself up in front of all of you, just repairing himself in the process. Like little jaunty tune playing.
Devrin's watching him do that, and he's just like, maybe not. He kind of turns away.
Danae, Eve will clock that this holotape that he has seems to be like old, like one that you would find, like the one that you got from the Great Dane,
like
but
like an old world holotape.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's just like got it out, like playing with it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's on the ground, but earlier, like when we all regrouped, like he had it and put it away when we all met up at the beginning before you gave out the gifts.
Oh, I see. Okay. Remind me where this holotape came from? Actually, let's do this in character. Oh, hey, where'd you get that?
Oh, I've had that for quite some time. That was a message left for me by Mr. Armstrong.
Oh, really? Well, gosh, do you have any way to listen to a holotape?
I don't. Until recently, I didn't have any way to play it whatsoever because it was so heavily damaged.
Oh, well, Goldie, I've got a cartridge slot right here where I can put holotapes in. You could listen to it anytime you want.
That would be fantastic. Perhaps when I am finished repairing, we can give it a listen at some point. I would love to hear the message that he left before he away. I'd love to know what he said so that when he comes back, I can do whatever it is that he has requested.
Oh, sure. Yeah, totally. She looks down at like how old it is again, and decides it's not time to open that sack of worms just yet. She like I think she looks at it and there's like, you know, she looks at it a little bit too long. Her face did not change at all, and then she turns towards Matt.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. OBS has been having issues
Hello.
this weekend, so... Hello. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Eve, you were having a conversation.
Okay, so Max, you tend to like wander off from time to time, you know, for good reason. Only on account of the fact that you don't talk. I figured it would be good to have a way to let us know if you needed any help.
And she pulls out a flare and hands it to you. It's a single-use flare. It's just the stick kind. And she's like, "Yeah, you can only use it once, so you know, choose wisely."
He'll accept the flare, look at it, look up to Eve, hand on shoulder, pat, thumbs up.
She kind of smiles a little bit. And then she's gonna pick up the dog armor and walk over to Cameron.
Immediately cracks the flare.
Throws it in the fire.
Now it can be twice as warm.
Jesus. She'll walk over to Cameron.
Yeah.
Gosh, it
Yeah.
sure is a good thing that we got Kuin back, huh?
Yeah. Thank you all for getting involved, though. You didn't need to. Max and I had it covered.
So you did. I don't know. I guess I just worry about you guys. I've lost a lot of people already, so...
Yeah.
I didn't want to lose
But,
you guys, so, and I don't want to lose Kuin, so I got you some armor.
Well, thank you. He's gonna look so cute in that. You just see like Cam essentially like draped himself over Kuin, so like he'll have to move to put the armor on. And the strangest thing is that now that statistic seems to be back about 100, that everyone I go out with ends up dead. So I mean, if nothing else, they kept my record going. But I think you all are gonna survive it. I don't think we got anything to worry about with people like you around, Eve.
Wow, you think?
Probably. There's still a good chance we all die, but hey, if you're not honest in the waste, what's the point of living?
That's awful nice of you to say. She just kind of like starts scooting away. You notice she doesn't actually like ever touch Kuin. She seems to be very appreciative of him, but she keeps him at arm's length.
Do you want to pet him?
Oh, is he friendly?
Yeah. Remember, he's one of the ones with skin, and that makes him friendly?
Well, just because a dog's got skin doesn't mean that they're friendly, silly.
You know, you should always ask because you never know.
Nah, he would love it if you played with him a bit and then maybe put the armor on him, Eve. But only if you want to.
She like looks at you like maybe you're joking, and then like realizes you're serious, and she like her face grows very serious, and she'll kneel down next to Kuin and very like gently touch his paw, and then like pull back, and then she goes, "Oh wow, what a rush! Okay, well if you can handle the armor, then I think I'm gonna go over here for a bit."
Yeah. Do what you need. It's part of fixing this armor to Kuin.
Is Devrin just chilling, or what's Devrin up to?
Yeah, he's. You saw him like really fixated on what Goldie's doing, and then his eyes got wide, and then he like turned away, like full 180 from Goldie.
Cool.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. Then after Max would go to burn the stuff, Finn would probably walk up to Devrin like, "Hey, buddy, how you holding up?"
Hey Finn. Finn, I'm a synth.
Oh. Okay, that's we can start the conversation. What would you care to clarify? I'm not entirely sure what that means. Is it a bad thing?
Apparently, it is a bad thing. I only just found out recently, and I really don't. I don't know how to handle it, and I'm kind of
Okay.
having a moment. Apparently, I'm half person, half robot.
Oh,
Yeah, I got here, and he takes off his chest armor, and like that spot where Max like fixed him with the repair kit. He's like, he pulls his jacket a little bit. He goes, "See, there's stuff in there that's not
Oh.
normal."
is
Yeah.
it hurt? Is it like a scar, like a scratch, or?
I would say, Finn, from your reading, you would. This sounds like a cyborg to you, like, you know, in the comic books, in the that sort of things that you've read. You kind of get the gist of what this is. You don't know exactly what a synth is in the terms of like the Fallout universe, but
Yeah.
you can grasp the concept for sure.
Cool. Then he might be a little more like, ooh, okay, this is exciting. Okay. Oh, so then, probably a little more excited about this. So does that like, is it like a scar? Is it permanently there? Can we fix that? Would you want it fixed, or is it like cool, or?
I don't know, Finn. I don't really
Sorry, I've talked to you plenty about boundaries, and that's on me. I should have asked if you were comfortable. Do you want to talk about the synthness of you, the robotness, or would you rather live in this moment and just have reprieve? Or?
know what to say because I still don't really understand it myself.
Okay.
That guy, I ran after somebody in town. Name's Old Toby. Dreams. He pops up in them. He found me and someone else named Red.
Right.
And,
Okay.
Apparently he was fixing me. And he was saying that people like me are not really welcomed anywhere. There's no fairgrounds for me, Finn.
Well, that's a lot to unpack, friend. But I would have to imagine if there's anyone in this group that has certainly felt like they don't belong anywhere, it's probably best to talk to me. And I think in the years that I've spent trying to find my place in this world, I've realized that even if people think you're going to hurt them, and they might run and scream and, oh no, big scary guy, I don't think that changes who you actually are. I feel like you don't have to protect your heart by pretending you don't have one. I think it's nice to show people that you do.
But I don't.
Well,
Apparently.
maybe not in a literal sense. I don't know. It's a little like knocking chest. I don't know what's going on in here scientifically, but I've seen a strong man. You've protected your friends. You always pull your guns out when you're ready, which might be a little dangerous. That might really take away from the niceness of the whole thing. I might just bring that back a little bit, but you seem like a great person so far, Deborah. I have no reason to believe that people shouldn't want to be around you.
I just don't know what to do, Finn. And it's a little scary.
I'm sure. Well, what do you want to do? Where does Devrin want to be?
I like dogs a lot.
Dogs are cool. Yeah, we like dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to take care of dogs? Maybe you could join the Great Dane when this is all said and done. Maybe. Hey, I don't know if you want prettier dogs in your life, but
I like Cooling, like a dog like Cooling would be cool.
yeah, I don't know if you saw that. Almost said Sean. Cameron just let Eve go pet Coo, and you might be able to do that. I'm sure he'd allow it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna kind of try and figure it out as best I can. I know there's a thing about like again about boundaries and all, but it'd be really nice. And then just Devin like turns into Finn and just leans his head on whatever like shoulder or arm or whatever, and he's just like, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute or until you're uncomfortable, if that's okay.
Oh, I never get uncomfortable. I'm gonna put both arms, one around the shoulders, one kind of like on your arm. It's all right, buddy. And as you're just kind of chilling there, slowly slip like a flower into whatever in your ear. Just, all right, buddy. It's gonna be cozy. Get cozy. It's all right.
It's really nice. Thank you.
Of course.
It's gonna sit with this moment for a little bit. He's been like, this is it.
Bros being bros, bro.
Sweet as hell. The camera pans away back to Goldie as he's returning all of his components back into himself.
Yep. Just setting everything up. Getting area ready for everybody else to bed down. Goldie will take watch as per usual, but he'll first like float over to Eve and just go, "Hello, Eve. I have completed my repairs and I am ready to find out what Mr. Armstrong has left for me."
Oh, for sure. She like takes the cartridge, kind of turns it over in her hands for a second. How long have you been waiting to listen to this?
Oh, ever since he left it for me, right around the time that he went off for the war.
Oh yeah. Okay. Great. She's gonna like punch open the cartridge, and I think kind of intuiting what this is gonna be like, we'll go ahead and play it for him.
All right.
Hey there, Goldie. I'm recording this for you while I'm away. I know that since I'm still a bachelor, your life hasn't been as exciting as your programming would have liked, but having you around to put on parties and entertain the other generals has been a real lifesaver for me. You know I'm not the most social of individuals, and your presence was a real lifesaver. I know it isn't much, but you are more than just an assistant. You made this old house feel like a home. I promise I won't be gone long, so I'll leave the upkeep of our little corner of the world to you. Just be sure you leave a light on for me, will ya? Then when I get back, I'll tell you all about it over one of your famous cups of coffee. See you soon, Goldie.
Stop. Sorry.
Hey there.
Just repeat.
Yeah, it kind of loops a little bit.
There's more.
Should you play it one more time for me?
Don't worry.
Hey,
I've
Goldie
also
just
popped
sits
in
there. Goldie just sits there for a minute and just goes, "Oh, unfortunate. I was hoping there was something beyond just what I was already doing."
You were hoping it would tell you what to do with your life and what your purpose is?
Oh no, I'd already been taking care of the home up until it fell into decay, and I was already waiting for Mr. Armstrong. I was hoping that perhaps he wanted me to do something else, like throw another party or organize a return for him.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that'd be too easy. Is there anything else you needed, Goldie?
No, thank you, Eve. That is exactly what I needed, and I appreciate your assistance with your handy-dandy wrist device.
Anytime, Goldie. If you want to listen to it again, I don't mind.
I appreciate that, and just pluck it right out, put it back in, seemingly completely unfazed and unaware of the context of that tape as he floats right back.
Yep. I think Eve is a little bit moved by this. She kind of kicks the dirt and then walks over to her bed.
Before we all bed down, Max approaches Cameron really quickly. Friendly wave shows Cameron a page in his notebook where it is Kuhn and Cameron sitting by the fire. He's gonna point down to Kuhn and then like give a "may I?"
Yeah, of course. While we're together, none of you need to ask. He's our dog, not just mine.
Flip, 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 flip. It's polite to ask.
It is, but it's also a little formal, and if we need to go to the gesture each time, you can
You're
pet the
always
dog.
supposed to ask if you can pet the service dog. They're
He's not a
working.
service dog. In service dogs, yes. Huin is not a service dog.
If Cam actually allows it, Max is going to pull out like an inkwell and dip Kuin's paw in it to press into his notebook.
That's fine.
And then just
Okay.
furious belly rubs before going to bed.
Yeah, and while you're just like playing with him, I think Kim will just say to you, I had no doubt you could get it done. Whatever people have told you, your voice or your actions aren't worth doing your own thing, they're wrong. Also, organized things are often bad and only benefit the people on top, so consider your life choices. But
It's small, it's quiet. You might think you have misheard it, but there is a small thank you that is said.
I don't think he's gonna press it or anything. He's gonna let you have a quiet moment and keep going with the dog.
Kuin rolls on his back, tongue lapping out of his mouth as we fade into sleep for the evening. The rest of you, those who sleep, which is all of you but Goldie, do so very well after a long day of fighting and running and fighting and running. The morning breaches the horizon, the sun streaming in, and you are all able to get a hearty breakfast in with whatever supplies and honkers that you have from the night before. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you make your way to the fairgrounds?
Just continue to make a nice batch of whatever that liquid is that Eve said tasted so good for everybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
We're reheating it because we've already
Yes.
boiled the carcasses.
Yes, carcass water. that's
Carcass
what it was.
water, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Reheating the carcass water in the internal
Carcass
boiler.
water. Boiling is the most efficient way to extract nutrients. Come on, you guys. We wouldn't eat the bones otherwise. We boil them in the water, and then the nutrients go in the water, and then we drink the carcass water. You gotta add salt, of course, because otherwise it tastes disgusting.
Eve is correct. Moreover, at different temperatures, you can boil it in different ways and receive different consistencies.
There is a head nod, head nod, head nod. Max reaches in to exchange pots for coffee instead.
Just
Pops open, Goldie's top and puts a K-cup in there.
one moment, please. As it's going, he goes, you know, Mr. Armstrong always said that he preferred my method of coffee if you would prefer something different than yours.
Okay. This quizzical shrug, I'll try it.
And Goldie proceeds to overheat the water and effectively make like a Turkish coffee.
Oh. That's gonna be good for the Calmex hangover.
Yeah. All right. You guys, did you need something?
No, I was
No?
chuckling. Sorry.
All right. You guys begin to make your way further north into the 313. There is a little bit of caravan action down the streets. You do see some riveters further off to the west, far enough that they're not within speaking distance or, yelling kind of out of the way. But as you come up to what is the fairgrounds and where it is, you notice that the space seems almost out of place in the 313 because it is the buildings around are quite large, and then it's just an open area. But you see a largely crudely constructed wall that surrounds this place. You guys would recognize this as Super Mutant building. There is no, efficiency to it. There is no structure to it as far as like it looks like they're just like, oh, this spot needs this. There's a hole here. Put a board. There's this. We'll put a piece of metal here. The fairgrounds, you can see inside a little bit, buckets of a Ferris wheel and some long abandoned ride that looks to be like a seesaw-like construction. One side extends up into the air while the other is lost behind the wall. Affixed to the Great Wall is a large vinyl canvas that shows a picture of a man that seems to be covered in what looks like scabs and scales. His skin has a greenish tint to it, and his tongue is forked at the end. The sign reads, Michigan State Fair. See oddities from all around. At the top, and at the bottom it reads, The Lizard Man. And there is nobody standing outside of this grand entrance that seems to be sort of a staggered hallway, so you kind of have to go around. You can't see directly in, but there are no mutants right here. How would you guys like to approach this?
Well, I have a flare for wanting their attention.
There you go. You
Did
threw it
say
in the
that if
fire.
I wanted to keep their attention, I activate the flare.
You threw it in the fire.
I threw my notebook into the fire.
Oh, okay.
Or
Oh,
sketch pad.
That was lol's we got funny toy meme.
Yeah.
I guess if we're all standing in silence, Goldie will just eventually speak up and go, Finn, you know how to speak to others of your kind, right?
No. You're always a little more Neanderthalic than I, so. I guess
Oh,
I
I'm
could
sure
talk.
you'll do great, kiddo. And he does like a little like shoulder punch, but it's with a pincer arm, so it just kind of glances off.
Thanks. I won't lie, that was a little annoying. I don't know if I want the pep talk right now, but okay.
Okie dokie.
What do we want to accomplish in the fairgrounds here?
Safe passage.
Safe passage through it.
Okay. All right. I guess I could talk to them. I don't know what their first thought would be if they see me walking with well, he was about to say a bunch of humans, like, well, we're an odd group for sure.
If we learned anything from Goldie yesterday, if talking goes bad at the start, we then blow everyone up until they're piles of dust.
Absolutely.
I'm nervous for
We
you
got
guys.
this
Never-
missile launcher now too.
Oh shit!
I
Where'd you get
love
that
watching LB's face when I said that.
You've got a what?
We got a rocket launcher now.
Yeah.
Does it?
It's like
Do you
peeking
have
out of
any-
the fucking bag?
Do you have any rockets?
Mm-hmm. Damn. Not yet.
Oh my! Hold on, can I get a look at that?
Yeah, here you go.
She's gonna look at it. Like, does it have like a particular model or something like that?
Yes.
She's gonna rattle off whatever model it is.
Mm-hmm.
7.
And like, you know, she like hefts it up onto her shoulder and like, you know, like fixes the sights and stuff like that. She's like clearly like, you know, holding this with some level of expertise.
You can keep it. Like that is yours now.
You
Oh, do
seem
you
to know
reckon?
so much about it. Keep it. We thought it looked fun. You held it in a way that says our fun would not go well.
Oh, well, I mean, like it's some grade A salvage. I can tell you that.
Max got a
She'll-
very dangerous idea.
She'll put it in her bag, which is like now bulging. It's like sticking out of her sack. Like it is. She looks a little off balance, but very happy.
Max pulls out a poster that reads 60 minutes, scratches out the 60 and puts a 1 there and shows everyone. He will scramble off into the underbrush or whatever buildings there are. Can I make a bow and some arrows?
Technically, I don't know. Are there bows and arrows in the game?
Specifically, what I want to do is make a bow and arrow combo and then tie some baseball grenades to the ends of the arrowheads.
Okay. Are you looking for distance?
Yeah, essentially giving them like a better distance rating.
Okay. I dig this.
We can put the baseball grenades in the rocket launcher and just same thing.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
You silly. What you're thinking of is a junk jet, and that thing can shoot pretty much anything.
The closest thing to like an
Where
arrow
did
in this
you
game is a
learn?
javelin.
Yeah. I will
learn. What?
I'm changing your character sheet, Max. So just I'm just looking. I will say let's try for this. I'm gonna say it's a difficulty 1. And you're going to need to roll.
I guess it's science.
Yeah, science and
How about
intelligence.
I would think survival.
Survival makes sense,
Bows and
yeah.
arrows.
Yeah, and what it'll do is it will extend the range of this, of the grenade. So instead of throwing it at a long distance, you can throw it,
Extra long.
yes, yeah.
0 successes. I can't find shit.
Yeah, you find a metal pole and you've tied some strings to it, and you're like trying to pull it, and it like has the right shape, but the way a bow works, the bow is supposed to be yeah.
There's just a pipe clattering sound effect meme, and Max walks out dejectedly, throwing his hands up. All right, let's go.
All right. Are you guys gonna all go in together, or is Finn going in first?
I mean, Finn should
Finn, what do
definitely
you want?
lead.
Yeah.
Do you? Are you guys confident to come in with me?
Sure thing, buddy.
Hidden everywhere.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Then I guess let's go in there. I don't want to be here.
All right. You
I
guys.
guess we'll start marching.
Yeah, you guys walk in through this zigzag to kind of get into this fairgrounds. And you can see in front of you there are tents strewn around. Some are still standing, but most have fallen down. There's some structures that have been built from scrap, metal shieldings, or sidings, and some beams. And they have like some of the tents that are draped over the top of them, as if they have combined things to continue the aesthetic of the fairground without literally putting up the tents. You can see that there are a few supermutants walking around with guns in hand. And one of them approaches you, Finn, and he kind of has his weapon drawn towards your group, and he says, "Humans, look out!" And he is aiming his gun towards your friends.
If wherever Finn can, if he can reach the.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good, friend. I got them taken care of. They were easy work. I saw them screwing around outside, and thought I'd bring them in for questioning.
Why you not kill them?
I was having a little bit of fun. I thought I'd toy with them first before I killed them.
Human toys?
Yeah, great. I mean, these are mine. You're gonna have to get your own, but you get to play with them, and before they die, you get to have some fun, you know?
Big Red won't like. Must speak to Gigglesworth.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll bring it up to him. Is he chilling over there right now? Is he out, or?
He is intent. Take them there now.
Oh, I was thinking later. I was gonna...
Take them there now.
Okay, yeah, you can go now. Come on, humans, let's go. And robot and dog. Let's go.
Come on, guys, let's go to the tent.
All right. You guys begin to make your way through the fairgrounds.
I don't like this. I don't like the music.
Perfect music change.
Did not expect this at all.
This is gonna go bad.
You notice as you start walking through here that most of these mutants have the typical armor, but they all seem to have at least one extra accessory. Most have ruffled collars or giant bow ascots around their necks. Some have white painted faces and big red cheeks, and others have placed some sort of ball atop their nose or have tied them with string around their head. Some look strangely at your group as you walk by. To your left, as you make your way through towards this large tent that sits in the middle, you see what Eve and Goldie would know to be Midway games. There are super mutants standing inside and out of these structures. In one, a large mutant holds a small metal ring and aims towards the Nuka-Cola bottles that are set up inside. He tosses it and it bounces with a ting. He roars in the air, then grabs another small ring to throw again. There is another with bottles set up in a line with 2 mutants in line for it as they wait their turn to throw boards at them. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you make your way to the main tent?
Do any of these super mutants have any mini nukes on hand? Just for my own reference.
Not that you can see on their person. They are all carrying like boards or big guns. You don't see a fat man in anyone's hand.
I'm more worried about the ones that run up to you while holding...
Oh, fair. No, this seems to be their place, like if somebody was to attack, they'd probably have to go get them.
And then run out, yeah.
I can't think of anything particularly I want to do, but I think as we float by and look at all these things, Goldie will say, probably to Eve, because closest, go. Sure is a good thing that Mr. Armstrong isn't here. He does not like clowns. I once made the mistake of inviting one for a party, and he punched it.
Oh, wow. He sounds like quite a guy. Say,
Absolutely.
you know Grand Rapids was the first ever place to hold a laugh fest?
What is that?
It's a festival entirely devoted to laughter. I reckon they had all kinds of clowns.
That sounds rather one track, but interesting.
Yeah.
I guess Finn's probably leading this group. Try and maybe keeping both arms back, almost trying to funnel them to be make sure you stay close behind me. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. And yeah, just marching forward until we, I guess, no one has to stop for anything. Yeah, until we reach the tent we need to get to.
Okay. As you guys see this large tent that stands in the center of the fairgrounds, its flaps are ripped off. This white and red faded canvas has some thrown together walls around it. Firelight spits out from inside, even in this morning light. As you walk inside, there are 2 super mutants sort of guarding the entrance. They see you coming through, and the super mutant who had talked to you at first is behind your group and is ushering you there. You can see inside there are broken bleachers that have been placed in the center of this area, facing a small rounded stage with red and white stripes. Sitting atop this stage is a super mutant master, which is a technical thing in the game. They're larger than the others. He seems to be scarred all around, but he is adorned with a large ruffled collar that is yellow, the largest of them all. His outfit has been poorly painted with yellow, and he wears what looks to be 2 or 3 human-sized outfits that are tied around his neck like a cape. His face is almost meticulously painted with a white circle, red diamonds over his eyes, and a black smile around his mouth. To his right sits a super mutant in a too small chair. This super mutant wears a red nose and frames that don't seem to have glass inside of them. He's holding a book and a pen in his large hands. As you enter in, the master stands from his throne as the group comes in, and he, looking at all of you, the paint on his eyes sort of lifts as he points to you and says, "Science lady!" And you guys kind of turn, and you can see he's pointing at Eve.
Oh, yeah, Eve, I think he's talking to you, science lady.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
He probably thinks that you're a scientist with your knack for experimentation by putting things in your mouth.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Okay, yeah, science lady, sure.
Galesworth moves past these bleachers towards you guys, and you see him pick up Eve by the shoulders. Not roughly, just like you are smaller than him, so he will pick you up. And he like brings you a little bit into the grounds and like sits you on this stage. It's just like one of those round like things that the horses stand on and do tricks. And he says,
"Okay, we're going over here now."
You fix things.
Like what?
You make me. You fix things.
I make you do what?
You see the super mutant that was sitting in the chair has now stood up, and he says, Gigglesworth wants, and you guys can hear like kind of a difference in his voice. He's almost more meek, and he says, Gigglesworth says you are someone he knows from his past and have been known to fix things.
Oh. Well, gosh, that can't be true, because I remember everything I've ever done, and I don't remember him.
Gigglesworth looks to you and says, you fix things!
I don't frequently fix things, but I could try.
The other super mutant, looks to Eve and Gigglesworth, and he says, tell Science Lady what you want fixed. And Gigglesworth goes, yes, you fix! And he takes off his cloak that is just this clothing, and he kind of throws it down. He says, you fix! And the other guy goes, yes, he wants you to make outfit for him.
Oh. Okay. She, like, kneels down, she picks up the cloak.
For the rest of you, this is a very strange interaction. You are able to come in a little bit. And Finn, I would like you to make a perception check. This difficulty is 0. But this is... So, let's see.
I was about to say, this is actually pretty par for the course for this group.
Yeah.
It was very confusing up until the request to make an outfit, at which point Goldie understands.
Just straight up perception.
Do perception and I was gonna say pilot because I thought it said plot for a second. I was like, this seems right. Maybe survival.
Okay. There's 1.
Okay.
And 2.
As you are looking at the smaller super mutant with the glasses that have no glass in them, he kind of locks eyes with you, and he looks at you, and you look at him, and you can see that there is something wrong with this super mutant. His eyes are like too close together. His face is a little small, and you can see like beads of sweat that have started to form on his eyebrows. And you can see that there is a little bit of, like, there's a line around his face. And you clock, like, after staring at him for a moment, that this is not a super mutant. This is a man dressed as a super mutant. A very convincing outfit. But as you lock eyes with him and you start to realize what this is, his eyes kind of go wide and he goes...
Okay. Finn, after clocking that and seeing him get all nervous, Finn will just kind of like touch his chin for a second, like gesture. I'll keep the secret, but if we need it, like that's fun info to have. But then he's more locked in to make sure Eve is okay and nothing weird has happened there.
Mm-hmm. He says this non-super mutant looks towards Gigglesworth, who is very interested in what Eve is doing, and says, Science Lady need measure here. And he like gives you a string and motions for you to like step aside to measure him for this outfit.
Oh yeah, sure, okay.
And as you step aside, and Gigglesworth follows with you, he kind of turns back to the group and he's like, "What you do here?"
We were passing through. I needed these humans for super mutant stuff. So but we had to stop by, of course, your clownliness.
Yes, what main goal of getting through here?
We have to go north for mission.
He's like looking at you like, what? Why are you talking like that? He's got it clocked that you are intelligent and like not like the others.
Finn is progressively just like dumbing down as he hears them speak. Like,
This is what we sound like. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, guy, just play along. Let us through. Come on, guy.
Sorry. Yeah, we have to get past. We have to get up north to find some information. It's very important.
Okay, so you're not gonna stay? He like leans in.
No.
Okay, you have to leave. Like, they're gonna kill you if you stay. If she doesn't do what he's asking you to do, she's gonna kill all of you.
Oh wow, you've got broad shoulders.
Oh no, Eve. Oh, she's having too much fun with this. Is there a way we could separate, get Eve to a private room so we could then just get out of here?
You want to leave her?
No, I want to bring her with, but I want to get her away from Gigglesworth.
Can she so?
I don't know. She usually just eats shit we find. Ooh, I don't know if Finn swears. Things she finds on the ground.
Can any of you so? And he like looks to the rest of the group.
I got
Above the table, what is the stat for
fabric
sewing?
here. Yeah.
I think Goldie would be pretty good at that. Like, even like I think.
Yeah,
Like
that's always been what the
Max-
stat was, because
Yeah.
that would depend.
I mean, it'd be repair.
Oh, then yes, 100%. That's my specialty.
Max
And
throws
I
a
got a
farmer's.
whole lot of fabric here from the spot we definitely walked out of.
Max throws a farmer's almanac at this guy, like just a friendly toss.
He's like, okay, thank you. Puts it in his bag.
Oh no, I also have it in repair too. We can all sew.
Sewing circle. I
Yeah, I
think
think-
literally everyone can but Eve.
I can't.
repair?
No.
I have ranks in repair.
Okay.
Those are my highest stats.
Okay, awesome. You got to do that as quickly as possible because come noon they're going to start doing the show and that is not going to end well for you guys. Also, how does he know her? He like pulls out his notebook.
Not the slightest idea. She seems to be what's the kindest way to describe Eve's relationship to the world around her?
Oblivious.
Displaced?
Max holds a
Yeah.
sign that reads complicated.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm observing the super mutants. I was fascinated by their structure and I just wanted to know more about them. And then I kind of got stuck here because I'm the smartest person here, even when I tried to dumb myself down. But I will be able to get out, if my calculations are correct, in the next 3 weeks, which is okay for me because I'm getting valuable information. But, what?
Max is eyeing the notebook after hearing that this person has been taking notes and will surreptitiously like flash the AOD insignia, 2 fingers to the eyes, points at notebook, nods head.
Okay, maybe in a minute, but this is valuable information, okay? Anyways, I'm fine. If I'm outed, I will definitely be killed. So I just need to, keep my profile low, except for I'm already in the middle of this. But I will be fine once I get out of here, which should be in a couple weeks. It's okay. He came from a place that's far to the west of here. All the things that I've been able to figure out. And he said that he came from what I've determined to be a vault. And he points to Finn. Where did you come from?
I also came from a vault. I don't really remember anything else, but yeah.
Do you... who made you?
Her name was Tracy. She was Tracy was our maker, teacher. She did everything.
How long ago was that?
Oh God. Definitely years ago at this point, I think. No, it was months ago. Not years, that's the wrong word. Yeah.
Okay.
Months back.
Okay. Well, he's been here for over 4 years, so whatever happened to him happened a while ago. And he said he was there for a long time, which in super mutant speak might not actually be a long time, but you know it. Anyways.
Okay. So then, what exactly are you asking me to do?
Do you know more about where you came from?
I mean, I remember being there. I remember the books and the tests, a lot of blood tests. I realize I'm very different from most people who left there. Well, most mutants who left there. I'm much smarter than them. But
Yeah, it seems like you're a newer model, if I may. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Not offended in a strange way, but yeah, I understand the premise. Yeah.
Do you Wait, do you guys know how super mutants are made?
Not a clue.
Does Max know about the FEV?
Yeah, I would say he does.
He'll just write FEV in his notebook.
Exactly. Super mutants were once people who were dipped in FEV or injected with, depending on... Look, I've read a lot, and I talked with some of the Brotherhood of Steel a little while ago before they went to the Commonwealth. Anyways, so they can't reproduce. They don't have the ability... He, pauses, then goes, the ability to reproduce. So they...
My apologies, friend.
Yeah. Happens.
But they figured out a way. They've found FEV, and they're currently bringing it here to make more of themselves.
Max, what the fuck?
It's okay. I can sabotage it once it gets here, which I feel a little bad about because they are living beings and they should be able to reproduce in their own way. But in doing so, they will take living people and turn them into super mutants off their own will. So, anyways, what I need you to do is I need you to fix whatever it is he's trying to get you to fix to make his outfit, and then get the fuck out of here because he will kill you at noon.
Okie dokie, and I'll just take the fabric from Cameron if he lets it go and float over to this guy behind Eve and just go, "Hi there, my name is Goldie, and I specialize in tailoring."
Oh, thank God you're here.
For the uninitiated, FEV stands for Forced Evolutionary Virus.
I saw it in the video.
Funny enough, so did I, actually.
Jeez. I did not. I've learned this for the first time right now.
Fun fact. So yeah, Goldie, why don't you go ahead and make me a repair roll to see how you do this. It'll be a difficulty of 1 because you're just sewing fabric together. It doesn't have to look good, obviously.
Alrighty. I got no successes.
Oh, Goldie.
Is it spending 2 action points to reroll, or is that something else?
May I assist?
Yes.
I think it's 1 luck to reroll 1 die.
Okay.
I think that's correct, yeah. Hello, everybody in chat. Good to see you.
Hello.
Sorry, I've been sewing this character.
I'll use an action point to roll an extra dice.
Okay.
Also, for my tracking, Eve, how much did you have to use earlier for the 4 die? I don't know how many action points that was.
3.
It was 3, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yep.
This is not speech; it's repair.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll just 1d20. Because with the help, you're only rolling 1d20.
Right, but are you allowed to spend action points to roll extra on an assist, or is that a no?
Oh, yeah. If you want.
That's what they did, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, yes. So, yes, that is 1 success. With the 2 of you, you are able to fairly quickly sew this man an outfit. It is tight on his arms as he is quite large, very drawn across the chest, and the buttons are kind of holding on for their damn lives. And there's a little bit of ruffle on the side. He's got pants that are kind of pulled up to his waist, but poofy. The pants are way too big for him, but he can he ties a rope around them to allow himself to wear them. Is there any other conversation you guys would like to have with this man, the non-super mutant man, before
Max is just
They're
comparing
done.
notes at this
Mhm.
point if he's allowed to.
Yeah, he has found out a lot about these super mutants by living with them, like how their structure works as a group, what their hierarchy is, and like what their goals are, which is like kill, eat, get stuff, and like
Show at noon.
Yeah, show at
Question
noon.
mark.
Yeah. And so like he'll tell you a little bit about how like the circus functions, and he's like, so from what I can gather is when the super mutants first came here, like I don't know, like 100 years ago or so, they kept filing in from out west from this vault, from what I can tell. And they found this place because there's all these like structures and these signs, and they saw this like oddities show, and they really thought that they, that it was their people and this is where they were supposed to be. So they ended up settling here, and it worked out really well for them because they were able to fortify it. And anyone who kind of comes in here just gets fucking killed. And they use people at the show at noon or anything that they could find or themselves. And they do these like crazy acts where they're throwing themselves in the air. They make people walk tight ropes. It's terrifying and fascinating.
We're real lucky that they didn't see Tales from the Crypt, huh?
There's a little applause sound from the audience participation box as Gigglesworth is like looking over his outfit.
Mm-hmm. He's like very proud of it. You can see him flexing a little bit with it, and the seams strain but do not break. He says, "You fix good, science lady."
Oh, thanks. You know, I did have a little help. And she just sort of like nudges Goldie a little bit.
Good, robot. And he smacks you, and it like makes you float off a little bit.
Yeah, Goldie spins.
You
Okay,
stay for show.
Oh, we couldn't possibly. We have again the mission. It's very important we get there now, or a lot of battle happens. So we should probably go before the show starts. Maybe next time though.
He
Oh, yeah, it's a really important mission.
Yes.
I gotta go, and these guys gotta go with, so.
Plum,
Sorry.
make them stay. Need science lady for dipping. Plum, the gentleman with the glasses goes, friend mutant, bring her back when dipping arrive.
Yeah, okay. Of course, we could certainly do that. Please, Eve.
You got us.
The Plong, like, looks to, Gigglesworth and goes, she needs supply to dip. She go get supply with friend. And Gigglesworth looks to him and, like, nods his head. And he goes, yes, get supply for dipping. Go get supply. Be back for show.
Oh, right away, sir. Okay, see you later. Bye.
Can Max hold up that same picture of the one-piece bikini?
What?
For dipping?
For dipping? Are you gonna go in like that? Alright, fine. Anyway.
So they trying to hold everyone with the exception of Eve right now?
No,
Or-
he's
okay.
Plong was like trying to be like, oh, she's got to go get stuff. So Finn's gonna take him to go get. They'll be back for the show though. Don't worry about it. Get the fuck out of there.
I imagine we're all just gonna follow anyway.
Yeah, Eve's gonna
Good deal.
walk up to Finn and just, like, stand, like, stock still.
Yeah, come on, science lady. We have to get the stuff. Let's. Come on.
Can Max hold back a beat to speak with Plum?
Sure.
He lets the group move forward, raises his gas mask a little bit,
Cool.
low voice. Are there any more people here for dipping?
Not today. No. They're gonna start once they know that they have the supplies. They're gonna start gathering people though.
Do you know what route they're taking to get that FEV here?
They're coming from the east. No, they're coming from the west. So they'll probably go up the main road, or they'll head north and come down.
How many days?
3 weeks.
All right, future problem for the AOD. Okay. You'll-
Yes, go, human.
Oh darn.
Oh, trats. One last detail. Max left a doodle of a 4-leaf clover in his notebook for good luck.
Okay.
He's
As you
gonna
guys
grab Finn's hand and then turn around and wave like, bye! Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Come on.
The-
Go on.
Mr. Gigglesworth smiles with these toothy green, the black around his mouth. It just kind of cracks as he does so, and he it's very scary. As you guys walk out the back of the tent towards the northern side of this camp.
God, is that what my smile looks like? I'll never smile again.
I sure don't remember
Your
clowns
smile
looking
is
like that.
lovely.
Oh, well, if you want to, we could probably find you some face paint.
No, I don't think I ever want that at all. That
Oh, but you have a lovely smile, Finn.
Oh, thank you.
Here
That's
it
very
is.
nice. Okay, okay. Oh, you're so sweet. We need to get out of here, though. I don't
okay,
need you guys.
alright.
Come on. And if we're still holding hands, we're like doing the come on, pick up the pace, kid. Come on.
Cam, as you guys are walking out, you see what looks to be a small tent, probably 15 by 15, and outside there is a sign that is propped up against it that says Oracle readings. And for those of you who don't remember from your conversation with Rob, he said that there is wealth inside with the Oracle. So you guys can choose to stop or continue to go.
Well, friends, we can't do my dear grandpa wrong. Maybe we take a second or two to look inside and also appreciate that there's better signage here than Maggie had on her office. So, still a note against her. Shall we take a brief second, or do we think it's best we get on out?
Where's the sun in the sky?
It's still morning.
We've got time.
Oh,
Then I
guys.
can we'll
Let's
part the
make it
tent.
really fast, please. I don't want my human friends to die.
Really fast ain't my style, but I'll do my best for you, Finn.
Please.
And then we'll just part the door and step on in.
Yeah, you see inside there is a box, like a chest that seems to be full of paper. And for those of you who move across the waste, this would be pre-war money. And then there is a table that has caps piled high on it that looks to be just a hoard of caps.
Well, Rob had it right. Is there any noticeable trap or trigger of if this table or pile is moved, a thing happens, or does it seem an unguarded pile of wealth?
Would you like to look for traps?
I would. I'm not sure how to
Okay.
do that, but I would like to.
Okay. All right, you can definitely roll for that if you'd like to. That is going to be a survival check.
While we're
Okay.
waiting on Cameron,
Could it
Goldie's
be
floating around just
survival
pulling
with-
posters off the walls.
Yeah.
Could it be survival with intelligence, like using foresight to think?
Yes, I will say yes, because
Thank you.
they're not intelligent beings, so trying to outsmart them is not going to be difficult.
Cool.
This
Just
is
because
gonna be
above
a-
table, if you didn't say yes, my my threshold for that is a 4.
Okay. This is going to be a difficulty
Hey.
1. Oh, hey!
Cool, I got 2 successes.
All right, go ahead and bank that. You see that underneath this table, just strapped to the bottom of it, is a mine that is connected to a wire that is atop. This is a couple different what is it? A lunchbox mine, and it seems to be connected to the table. and if something is removed from the table, it will explode this whole area.
Max, maybe your skills in detonation could be of benefit to us all here for a moment. I will point to the bomb.
Oh. Eyes shoot up. Max goes into his pack, pulls out a folded up piece of leather and unrolls it, and there are like bomb defusal gear in there, like pliers, a knife, scalpel, whatever.
So you can choose to roll explosives to disarm this, or a lockpick to disarm this.
I'd like to choose explosives because that's where my ranks are.
No doubt.
Difficulty.
This is gonna be a difficulty 1.
I'd like to use a luck point to re-roll that fail.
Okie dokie. That was a 20, just so everyone's aware.
Specifically, you know,
But
just
also a
Wait,
success.
hold on. We're playing fast and loose with the rules here. Can it be any D20 or is it the first D20?
Yeah, so why is it stop now? That's me playing fast and loose with the rules here.
All I'm gonna say is he did also get a success with that 20.
You did. It doesn't mean you do.
Yeah.
You do do that.
Max is gonna explode.
He was too
You
young
may
for this
spend
world.
1 or more luck points to re-roll dice in a pool that you roll. You may re-roll 1 d20. It does not say the first d20.
because if
There
I
we
don't
go.
re-roll this, it is that skeleton being atomized meme holding on to the fence. You know the one I'm talking about.
I've seen this movie.
Then I'll introduce you to Max's twin Jax. Jaxwell.
Talkative motherfucker.
All right, go ahead and re-roll that.
God, if it's another 20, I'm
Can't
going
draw
to
for shit.
shit a brick.
Then it was meant to be. All right.
That's 3, so bang.
Here we go.
All right, you are able to do this. If you guys are all going to try to grab some from here, these it's going to be a wealth of 2. So you can each roll 2d20 to see how many caps you can get.
Oh boy.
Can I take the pre-war money?
Sure.
That's the value. That's the value that Goldie has
Yeah.
in his head.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Money.
Oh.
Yeah, just add those together, Ian. Danae,
That's
What?
Who are you hitting?
you rolled damage
I'm not
dice. Roll d20s.
Two
D20.
Sorry. You know what? Sometimes when somebody tells me things, I don't hear them.
That's fine. That's fine. Totally fine.
That does
It's
happen.
okay, sweetie. Wrong die.
Thank you.
Yep,
Okay.
You got it.
That, all right, that is
Punches
how
the
many
table.
everyone caps, all caps that you need to get. Goldie, you are taking the pre-more money, and you guys can make your way out of this hellhole that
Can I
is...
also take the explosives with me?
Sure. Yeah, it's a lunchbox mine.
Amazing.
All right. As you guys exit this fairground from hell, that is where we're going to call it for this evening. Thank you guys so much for playing, and to everyone in chat for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's go around and have everybody say where people can find you, what you do, of course starting with the Goldie, the best, Zach.
Hi there. I'm Zachary Vaudo. I was Goldie. You can find me all over the internet at Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music, where I make music for tabletop games and for other streams such as AEW Games. I'm also petitioning for a Crit Award for Best Instrumental Music. Follow me on socials to see which one I'd like for you to nominate. Beyond that, I've got a show on Huddy Von Schlad's YouTube channel called Cradle of Liberty that I'm in, playing a very verbose Bruja, another talkative guy, and figuring out what games I'm in from there. But follow me on socials to figure out where they are. It'll be all over the place because I am wherever tabletop games are played.
Hey there, folks. I am CG Danny B. I played Finn this evening. Typically, I'm out there covering all things indie gaming on our weekly podcast, Playlog Podcast, that drops every Thursday. We just did our 1-year anniversary episode last week, and this coming week, we're going to be sitting down with the artist and I believe one of the programmers for Skeletal Games working on Spill the Beans, which is a visual novel game where you steal a secret coffee recipe and you're just trying to figure out how to blame it on someone. Really excited to sit down with the devs on that one. Otherwise, I stream on Twitch Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This week will probably change. I think it's going to be Friday. We're going to stream the new Marvel Rivals season, but there should be some South of Midnight in there. I think we're going to pick up Blender again and get back into some 3D modeling. So it should be a great time on Twitch. And then, of course, YouTube will be dropping our April releases so you know what kind of games you can play this month on your favorite platforms. And yeah, that's more indie than I think you can handle, but you can handle it. You're good.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all social media. I play Devrin, the synth. If you want to know what I'm doing next, like I said, pick a social media, type in YABOIBIG, and you'll find me. Got a lot going on, so that's the best way to kind of see what's happening next. So,
Hey everyone, my name is Sean. You can find me all across the internet at Help Action Needed, all one word, pretty much everywhere. As always, nothing on Mondays and Tuesdays, but then a whole week of TTRPGs going on. Wednesday, we'll be doing a game of Sagas set in a biopunk world where electricity went out several years ago and we are the only people left that can figure it out. On Thursday, returning to form with some sad shit with a game of Alice is Missing. Friday, I'll be volunteering my time for Extra Life, the Extra Life charity, which gives money to kids and their needs, over with Playodic doing a weekend of gaming. And then on Saturday, I'll be at C2E2. So if you live in the Chicago area or you're going to C2E2, find me. I'm not hard to find. I look like Alex from Stardew Valley, because my friends and I are doing that. And then Sunday, be right back here. And before that, though, I'll be doing the finale of our Down the Forest Road Agatha All-Along inspired miniseries. It's double-length episode. It is 3 hours, but it gets sapphic as hell, and then it gets really sad, and then it gets slightly less sad, and then it has an ending that I won't tell you about. So if you want to check that out, stop on by, and then immediately we'll be here. So that's that.
Hey everybody, I am Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com, doing nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventures channel. Today I was Eve, the Vault Dweller, DanaeKeener.com.
Last but not least, hey everybody, it's me, RJ. I played Maxwell today. Ha ha ha. You can catch me at rjustice282 on all of my socials. I retweet whenever I typically go live. There's a new thing I'm doing on Tuesday, which is fun. We're doing the Red Haven system over on High Shelf Collective. There is a class that keeps bees in their body, and the bees are inscribed with magical runes. It's fucking amazing. DanaeKeener.com.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I've been your overseer for this evening. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. This is Hack Recklessly. You found us either on Twitch or on YouTube. We appreciate your patronage. If you'd like to support us, give us a like and a follow. We do have a Patreon. We have merch store, all that fun stuff. But I'm just happy to see you guys. The next time I'm going to be live is Monday on Indoor Adventures channel. Okay, probably. I'll be on Wednesday on Nerd Immersion for our Lost Minds of Phandelver. We just used all of our resources and now we have to fight an Elder Brain, which is going to be super fun. On Thursday, I will be over on Critic Chronicles with your boy, doing some Tales of the Valiant, dealing with the consequences of our actions that we might do in the future. And then Friday, Ren and I will be back playing our Split Fiction game. I'm super excited to do that again. And then you can find us here every Sunday for the next couple weeks playing this wonderful Fallout game. I'm excited to see how it goes and where we end up. But I guess, until next time, I'm LB Hackemup. Hack recklessly. Bye!